Hey y'all, what's going on? It's the Coastal Critiques panel. We're back again with season 2, episode 14 of The Real Housewives of Dubai, which just so happens to be the reunion part 1. Yay! Get to it.
Let's go. Hey, hello, my sis. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Girl, trying to beat this old weird weather we having because of them fires. So it's gray outside, no sun is shining. There's soot everywhere.
Oh my God! I didn't even. Oh my God!
The fire is like 30 minutes away from my house. It's at the bottom of the hill.
Realize that. Oh my God! I feel crazy.
It's been nuts. Yesterday, I don't know. I put on IG when I was sitting there watching TV. Was I watching Dubai? No, Dubai wasn't on yet. Whatever I was watching, might even been watching Bondi, but whatever I was watching, my windows turned orange. Everything in the window was orange, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then my husband went outside. He came back inside. He's like, "Oh, that stuff is getting in my eye," and I'm like, "Well, what's wrong?" He said, "The fires, the ash is getting," and I was like, "Oh, that's why the sky looks orange from my window." So I go outside, and girl, it looked like the sky was on fire. It looked like apocalypse.
I haven't even been thinking about it because, I'm like, oh no, we haven't been getting fires too bad. Like, it'll be okay. And I didn't.
They arrested a dude today that set the dang on fire. He set the fire last Thursday. And there's zero containment at the bottom of my house. Zero containment as of this morning. And yesterday, 20,000 acres went through, got burned up, and now another 20 acres. My son told me I didn't one of my sons didn't want to go to school today, and I didn't want him to because his throat was already burning. Yesterday they were in school and it was ash everywhere, and it's literally on my awning. It's this like black soot. It just looks terrible. So I did take a video of that, and then I videoed again once I guess the air kind of blew it a little bit more. It just looked crazy yesterday, and it still doesn't look as bad as it did yesterday, but it was crazy yesterday. So I just been sending our prayers to everybody that's been evacuated. I think 1 or 2 homes got messed up. Other than that's pretty good. That's actually great.
Yeah.
So just praying for the people, praying for California and the weird fires that people like to set to do something. This guy was 34 years old and worked for FedEx. I said, now see, and they found him. They traced the day, the hour, what car went past in this area at this time, and traced it down to that dude. Like, whoa.
People are just messed up, y'all. People are messed up. So, yes, definitely keep all these individuals in your thoughts and prayers, y'all, because it's real out here. It's just been so crazy. We keep losing people. Like, it's
Frankie Beverly yesterday James Earl Jones, who was one of my favorites. I mean, he was one of my favorites before I had a face to him because he's Darth Vader's voice. Mm-hmm. So I've always loved that voice. That voice does something to me. So he's very going to be missed, and but he had a long life, 93 years. Can't be mad at that. So that makes me smile. So yeah, y'all, we sorry we got a little mellow. And we also want to send out prayers to all our golf.
Well, it's 9/11, y'all. So, and that's always like a pivotal. Like, I can remember that day very vividly. If you live in the tri-state, then you already know. Like, that was like
you were there. You were out that way, huh? You were living that out.
I literally remember seeing it. My dad was there. I had other relatives, family members, friends, or whatever in the vicinity. So, y'all, we could never forget that major tragedy that happened. you know, so many years ago, but it doesn't feel like that many years ago when you really think about it.
You really don't, but it's been some time. But I just love the fact that no matter when, where, and how, they do the same memorial every year. They ring the bell, they say each person's name that passed away in that, in that tragedy. So we won't forget them. And there were so many heroes that day. They might have not made it through, but there were a lot of heroes that day that tried to help. So yeah, and I was saying the Gulf, we have to pray for. Hurricane Francine is down there causing havoc. So we want to send prayers out to anybody that's in the New Orleans area, Alabama, Florida, all of that. Everybody down there, we got you guys in our prayers. We hope everything I hope Francine just move on and go on where she got to go. Go on to where you got to go, girl. Get them out of there though.
Get up, prayers up, y'all. Send so many prayers up. If you caught that debate last night,
oh my gosh. And then there was the great debate, and that in itself. Yeah.
Y'all know I don't even like talking about politics, but honey.
Yes,
that happened. It happened.
Yes, it did. And if you missed it, I'm sure you can pick up and find. I taped it last night. I watched the first hour, and then I tried to do my video for Huntsville, which I did. But because the weather was weathering out here with the fires, my video came out glitchy. It kept my mouth wasn't moving correctly, so I deleted it. It said it was gonna come on today at 12. I was like, oh no. I was trying to move it, and I watched a little bit of it, and it didn't come out correct. So I will do one today. I will because I'm excited about doing it. But hey, Ken, hello, my love. You know we love a cutie, and you know we love them pink hots. You know we love that. So thank you for joining us, my honey. What up, Ken? What it do, boo?
Yes.
I love when Kev come in.
Cannot forget about the
fires. These fires is no joke. And it was like almost surrounding me. It was like so weird. And it was more than one moving. There's more than one fire moving around. So yeah, it was really sooty. Like really, really, really. So if you guys are not following me on my IG page, California Cutie 310, go to my channel and you guys can see what my sky looked like yesterday. And that was just the sky. That had nothing to do with the fire. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Like I just cannot believe. And it's funny because when I was videoing it on my camera, it was looking regular. It didn't look like it was pulling it. The color was so burnt orange. It thought it was going to pull the color.
Oh my God.
But it did. It ended up pulling it once I posted it. You see it? You on my IG?
I didn't even like.
Oh, it is.
Yesterday? Like, what the was I doing yesterday?
Honey, that's how I feel about on Sunday.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is in front of my house, guys. Like literally in front of my. Look, you see the break of blue right there. So the sky's supposed to be blue. Do you guys see the apocalypse that looks like going on?
That looks like back home when those fires from Canada were happening or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Remember those. I hope he realizes what he did, because like you're not just, it's a thing about like people just being selfish when they do certain stuff these days. It's not even about them. Like 9 times out of 10 it destroys other people's lives like so much worse than it does the actual culprit behind stuff, which is
for sure
infuriating.
There's animals down there were down on the bottom of my hill. Like they're horse trails, cows, there's pigs, there are animals down there. Like it's not no easy feat to be evacuated and have to think on your feet and try to remember all the things that you need that's important. That's why you have to have a safe or something to keep those things.
We always keep bags packed just in case, y'all. And I don't even, I mean, it's dry over here, of course, but it ain't even as dry as by you and honey, ready to go.
Okay.
That's crazy. But yeah, y'all, on a positive note though,
Let's go positive.
Like, comment, and subscribe, because you only got us talking about this for one more time after today, y'all. This reunion part 1 of the Real Housewives of Dubai. Yeah, it was interesting. We're gonna get into it, of course, but before we do all that, make sure, yes, you are liking the video on both channels. We are streaming from both channels. The same thing we tell y'all every single week. We're streaming from both channels, so hit the like button on both. We also would appreciate if you were subscribed to both channels. Hit that subscription button, hit the notifications bell, so you know every time we upload, and let us continue this wonderful conversation in the comment section below, because there's a lot to talk about. We're getting down to the wire here, so we want to hear everybody's final thoughts about the season, about our commentary, of course. Yeah, we want to hear it all, so drop down in those comments.
We're finally current. Can you believe that? We finally get to hear what's currently going on.
Wild. Did you hear? Yes.
What is Real Housewives of
Miami?
Oh, I'm like, who is that? I'm sorry.
I did hear that, and she was definitely a fave. And definitely will be missed over there. You know, for y'all that don't know, like Miami is another franchise that's not tainted. So we definitely go up for them. I was shocked a little bit to see that, but I mean, not really though, because the girls let you know that like they don't need the show needs them. Have we not learned that from, you know, Candace's and, you know, et cetera, have Candy, like, have we not learned that when you really get into the bag, when you really got things going for yourself, you really don't need the show after a while? So I guess maybe this was just her time. It happens. Yeah.
Oh, she your fave. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to miss her, Kev. You just gonna have to follow her on another platform. That's all that means. Cause unless she take a hiatus and then gonna come back, you know, that happens sometimes.
She did just have a baby. I didn't see like a reasoning or anything like that from her, but she did just have a baby. So maybe like she's, you know, just wanting to take her life in a new direction, and maybe she want to scale back on working to be home for the baby. I don't know.
The best time to take a break is when you got, and it ain't a break. Shoot, you about to work double time. Ain't no off day, ain't no breaks. So literally, yeah, you should take off from your job, because the real job is about to happen, and that sleep about to be sleep deprived and all kind of stuff. So yeah, so she probably did take off for that reason, and like I said, maybe she'll come back. Maybe, you know, she, you know, wants to take time to bond with her baby. And
what's important is, and what you guys need to recognize is that you should always go out on a high note. You should always go out on good terms. As far as I know, I didn't. Yeah, I say as far as I know, she didn't have any, you know, bad turmoil over there or anything with the network. So, if you are gonna leave, I recommend you leave on a high note. That's all I'm gonna say. Because
I'm ready today, y'all. Y'all, excuse me.
I don't. Let's talk about what I got going on. Not to mention, speaking of people leaving on high notes or whatever, I don't know if you saw, but maybe I'm about to eat my words, but I saw that Ms. Lanithia Leaks is going to be returning to NBC Universal.
Okay.
Yes.
Andy didn't broke.
That's still big. And especially based on her caption, I want to say she said something as if
she'll get her own show.
No, she's just doing like for the Emmys. I want to say she's doing like the red carpet after party, you know, commentator gig or whatever. But they put her up against, and I want to say not up against, but they put her up there. Glad to be back with my NBC Uni family, is what she said in her caption.
Okay.
But the real crazy part for me was that they put her up with another heavy hitter on the network on Bravo. I want to say one of the girls from either Vanderpump Rules or somebody. They put her up there with that person. So I'm just like, if they're putting you up there with somebody who, you know, is like a heavy hitter on the network for them right now, I mean, that's just, I feel like that's saying a lot without saying a lot, you know, like maybe she's back in the good graces. Maybe, I don't know, y'all. I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse, but
I mean, she's good TV, y'all. I can't never front on that part of it. Did you watch her other show? That Dan there caught. No. It was like watching bloopers or something. Yeah, it was like watching people do dumb things and then her commentate on it. It was like, wait, what?
See her in a certain one, like not one as in like the Housewives, but I only really want to see her in one avenue where she's right. Not. We don't want to even talk about something else. Be needy, like,
and no. It was like 6 or 8 episodes. It wasn't even a lot of episodes either. So I was like, I could have kept this for somebody else. This is not our lane.
Little random shows where they're like popping up in people's lives and doing stuff, like when they do the little like when Tammy was doing that.
Yeah, Caught in Act. She's about to have another. It's coming back. I like the Caught in Act. I'll watch that. That show's good because the passion behind Tammy being cheated on, it always comes through every time she talks to the person, and it gets genuine. Them people was be nuts on there though. They'd be nuts. It was funny.
You don't like Nene, Kevin? That Nene story is a lot. She grates my nerves. Awarding for poor behavior ain't it? Sorry. I mean,
but you know what? You gotta understand. I'm hoping that she learned that. Yeah.
Tyra voice.
Yes, and Tyra's Banks voice for sure. You need to learn from this because you see how fast you got to start them, and it got snatched away from you. You got to be humble, and you can't be talking trash, especially to your boss.
You can't tell me this Housewives hasn't taught her that. Like, if she hasn't learned that from this situation, then she just not gonna learn. That's a lesson she just not gonna learn.
That's true. That's why I said hopefully she learned that, because please, if you would have did me, if it was me. And I'm a little younger than her. Child, I'd have been like, yep, my hand, you spank my hand good enough. I got it. I got a hole. Yep, I got it. Like, I'm not, and the fact that she was trying to be honorary about it too. So yeah, we have to give her some humble pie.
I feel you, Kevin. I feel you. I like her when she's in all her glory, in my opinion. I don't agree or like her when she's like doing other weird stuff or walking off the camera, off the set and leaving the camera, closing the laptop. Like, I don't, when she's just doing extra stuff. Also, what I found really ridiculous with that whole situation is just that, you know, we can never negate the fact that the girls, it's all cool and dandy when we're all, you know, on one accord, when we're all buddy, but you can't sit here and have a problem with something when you were cool with it two minutes prior to that. But now that, you know, you're at odds or feel a type of way, it's the issue. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I feel like a lot down there. I think that has to do with a lot of the problems down there at Bravo right now is certain individuals are looking like they're being less than truthful just because they're choosing to come forward with stuff now. Like, where were you at with this, you know, 10 years ago? And just saying. Yeah, it definitely is today's modern version of cheaters. It definitely
that's all it is. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Getting back to Dubai, though. This first part of the reunion.
The reunion, it to me was given what needed to be gave. It did not disappoint for me. There was some key points taken. My favorite got on my nerve. My least favorite got on my nerve, and that would be the two people that were sitting next to each other that looked gorgeous to me. And that would be Lesa and Brooks. Lesa got on my nerve, and not in a good way. Brooks literally got on my last nerve. She started tap dancing and everything on it. And I was like, girl, if you don't get off my nerve, I'm going to have to do one of these to you. And I don't want to have to do that to you. I think the reunion was pretty good. I'm glad we got more than one. We still don't know if it's 3 parts because it says 2. Okay, because he didn't say on the finale or on the last part. I don't know. What you're supposed to say part 2, I guess. But I needed him to say a little bit more so I could get a little bit more out of if it's on the conclusion of. That's what it usually says.
Somebody on Twitter said it was 2, so I'm assume they everybody on Twitter was right. We'll see.
So if I had to rate it, I would rate it probably. I would definitely give it probably a 8.5, maybe almost a 9. Mm-hmm. I would.
I'm trying to think back and like think like was I wasn't too excited, like I told you. I was excited for it, but I still feel like
you feel like wah 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 wah.
Really, like again, wasn't really anything substantiated, which maybe I should have already warmed my mind up to.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't.
They're liars. Look, they're liars.
For the fact that like we probably weren't going to still get to the bottom of certain stuff, and it was just going to be a lot of this side saying what they're saying against this side. If I would have already gave myself that pep talk, then I probably wouldn't have been disappointed. But I gave myself
a pep talk.
Yeah,
I knew they weren't going to give us everything. I knew Brooks was going to get on my nerve. I didn't know how bad she was going to get on my nerve. She got on my nerve so bad because I don't like when people are talking. We're on a panel, and I don't like the fact that she kept looking at Andy and talking to Andy when everybody's talking to you, and then you want to shut everybody up.
Who? Wait, say again. Who?
Brooks. Every time she talked to Andy, but anybody else talking to her or she go to address somebody, she tell them to shut up. I'm not talking to you. Be quiet. F up. Whatever. And then turn her body back to Andy. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't want to get nobody no eye contact because you know you're a big fat liar. Like, you know you're a liar. So you're not going to give any contact. And only time you see her really not lie is when she gets passionate about something. Everything else is a lie. Everything that come out of her mouth is a lie.
You're saying for Brooks?
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't like her at all no more. Like, no, I really didn't like her from jump, but now I really like, literally like, oh, you brought Taleen on. You're a liar. Everything you say, I don't believe. Lesa, another person that just disappointed me so bad. So bad. I was like,
I think multiple things can be true. Like I say every week, multiple things can be true at the same time. There's several people over there that pissed me off, and I felt as though they were lying, but just at different points.
There was a whole lot of lying going on. A whole lot of lying going on.
A lot of theatrics going on too. That I don't know. I don't really. When it comes to the reunion, I don't like. I'm really turned off by the theatrics of certain things at the reunion. Like, I want to get to the meat and potatoes of it all,
and really get into it. Don't like. There's a scene where there's a time where he asked Brooke something, and she said she didn't give him an answer. She was like, "Well, I don't care," and so he has to follow up with a question to make her open up. And to me, yeah, stop trying to push to the side what you don't want to answer. Oh, no. That's not what this reunion is about, Bookie. The reunion is about you open your damn mouth and telling us what happened. If you don't want to do that, then you can exit stage left and never come back. We don't need you here. We don't need you here if you're going to sit here and play coy with the questions. We're here to answer questions. That's what the reunion is about. So if you're not going to do that, then get off the stage and get on. Bye. Bye, girl.
I am doing a fucking oops.
What you reading?
Ayan was doing a lot.
Oh, you was reading out your mind.
I was like, Ayan was doing a lot.
Ayan was doing a lot.
Way too early in the morning to be doing a lot. And screaming, and she was just
that
doing
scream
was unnecessary for a reunion. I feel like, because all that's going to
did it more than once though. Not on the reunion, but she did it.
People are gonna take that as a deflection. Because it's like, no, just be like, we're here. We're
having say what you got to say. Yes, I agree.
Time for that right now.
And Taleen irritated you the most.
Taleen,
we gonna have some good conversations
because Taleen was okay. Taleen also let her slip show at one point, and I don't know if anybody else clocked that. But
I can't wait for you to tell me. I probably clocked it, but I just want to see which time.
Directly to Andy. Others kept interjecting facts that would irritate me as well. Yeah, I did, and that's why she kept hitting him with the shut. And I watched a Peacock version with all the
man.
Days like Brooks was giving it to old girl. She wanted her trap to be shut, and okay, Okay. Anyway, okay, let's get into
I
it.
don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like you thought you was gonna bring Taleen on and you wanted her to be your puppeteer. It didn't work, and now you want to shut her up. No, bitch. You don't get to shut her up. You don't get to shut her up, though. You don't get to shut her up. You don't get to shut her up, though. You don't get to shut nobody up. I don't care what's going on. Nobody gets to shut nobody. Just like they don't put baby in the corner, nobody shuts nobody up on a reunion. That's not what we're here for. We are here to speak and listen, not shut up.
Like, but if she's trying to talk when at the same time as if Andy's asking her a question and you start to talk over here, that's no.
If you lying, I'm gonna talk. If I see you lying, if you lying on me, I'm opening my mouth. Yes, I am. I'm gonna open.
And that's why, although I don't fully agree with what Lesa did, because Lesa was just trying to like kiss Brooks, like they were doing but when Lesa was like Taleen and somebody needs to put her onto how reunion etiquette that's rude as fuck to talk when somebody else is talking. So I just think that like she probably should have been like, I see what she was doing, but you can still get it off your chest in 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, just let her talk first. I agree with that. That's why I said you can't shut people up. You let them talk and then you speak. That's how it's supposed to go. You don't tell nobody shut up and you don't talk.
But if you tell me I'm talking, then I have no choice but to tell you to shut up because honey, I already was talking. I
feel like Brooks was deflecting a lot. I'm sorry, she was deflated. She kept trying to shut her up, and when and she was trying to shut her up when she was trying to say something that was really true about Brooks. She was like, "Yeah, no, we're not even. You can just." I was like, "Oh, you don't want to tell her? You don't want to tell her everything because you're gonna sit here and deny it anyway. Everything that Taleen says, you're gonna say, no, I didn't tell her that. Oh, just like she begged you to get on the show." You're gonna say that, but you're not gonna talk about anything else. You're gonna say, yeah, she was begging me. Oh yeah, but you're not gonna say that you told her what you expect from her to get on this show. You ain't said nothing to her about what you expected from her. Girl, bye.
Gonna be a spicy one. Of course, we already anticipated certain conversations, y'all.
I hope we can get to some business though. I feel like it's a lot of deflecting going on still.
It is. This episode though, y'all, or the reunion, I should say, part 1, we started off, obviously all the ladies have touched down in the States. It's early morning. We got to do glam. We got to do, all of everything. Andy was, there being Andy. And all the ladies, of course, are like, talking about how they're feeling going into it and stuff. I think I recall Taleen saying like she was kind of nervous. Stanbury was like, wow, like I actually have a friend this time around. Go figure. Lesa already was trying to tell herself that she shouldn't be calling anybody out of their name word because she loves to say that, although she says that because that's how they be acting. Okay. And Ayan was being Ayan at really early hours of the morning. Nonetheless, the set was supposed to represent the Palm Jumeirah, I think it was, which is where Beyonce, here we go again, Beyonce performed when she was over there for them. So that's the set for us, because I was thinking it was Bali, but I was like, that wasn't making sense. So
it was busy.
It was a lot going on. Of course, Andy greets all the ladies once they come and sit down, and Lesa's comment about Alexander McSheen was brought up again, which I thought was funny because that was a really funny clip when it went around when the ladies were down to the BravoCon last year. But anyway, when we really start to peel back the layers here, we jump into things with Lesa and Ayan. And Andy, of course, we always got to start intentions with reunions for whatever reason, even though the reunion doesn't go as planned. So I don't even know what place this breath to say this. Nonetheless, Lesa and Ayan, like at first, they were all very much in agreement that it's sad how, their friendship fizzled out and stuff. But then on the flip side, things start to go a little left, but we find out that their friendship stems back from when Lesa was pregnant with Sebastian, which I don't know is that her youngest then? I'm assuming I
think so, because
assuming that would be her youngest. Then is how she's trying to paint it.
is he 8? I don't. He seems
The
like he's smaller than that. I feel like maybe that's the middle child. Maybe it's the middle child because the little one looks about 5 or 6. He's small.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think he's probably the middle baby. Maybe not the oldest. Maybe the middle baby.
I would. Oh, let me see. Child. Yeah, the youngest one is really young. So
yeah, he's little. Because the other two was playing soccer, but he wasn't playing. Little man wasn't playing.
No. Sebastian is the middle either. He has to be the middle. Yeah, he has to be the middle because his oldest one just turned 10. The oldest one is Maximilian, and he just turned 10 on June 1st or in June. So
yeah. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that other one was little, so I know it wasn't him.
But yeah, they were friends. Pregnant with him.
At least 8 years. That's what he's 8 at the time.
Yeah, at the time, y'all. So again, Ayan's major thing though is like she misses picking the kids up from school and going on family trips, and it really is just a sad case.
It is.
Nonetheless, Andy asks if their husbands are still buddies, which I already knew the answer to that before he even answered, because for some they don't give me they were the best house husband of friends. We get that feeling when we see some of the other guys on the other franchises and stuff like that.
Married to Medicine for sure. All those guys get along and hang out and do stuff. So for them, they do. But yeah, you're right. We don't see them
Jersey, the guys be hanging out a lot. The husbands get together on some other ones, I want to say sometimes. But we can they didn't give me the bond. First of all, Ayan's husband don't be around that much. And they just didn't give me some super they were super bros or anything like that. I think we will if everyone comes back for another season, depending on these ratings.
Right. I wonder what the ratings was for last night.
I know, right? I do Sergio, Rafi, I see them having
they're cool
thing going on right now.
But Sergio being the youngest, he kind of probably
wherever. I think he can hang out. He can hang out with the girls. He can hang out with the guys over here.
Yes, agreed.
Teenager. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't hang with the teenager.
Just kidding, y'all. I didn't mean it like that. It was just an age joke. Anyway, but yeah, so I wasn't really surprised when we had Ayan. Ayan was saying that they still keep in touch, but then Lesa was like, no, they don't. So I'm like, yeah, I don't see them being super close or anything like that, just because their wives are close. And Andy, again, yeah, he set the intention, moving on. Then they play Ayan and Stanbury's deck, which of course showcases, the evolution of their friendship, I guess you would say at this point. But although it did start off extremely fractured. And Andy asks how did this come to be, basically? And they were like, listen, we were stuck together on a plane for 16 hours after the conclusion of last year's reunion. So basically it was the perfect opportunity for them to get to know each other and turn over a new leaf, basically, because they had already, I think it was Stanbury that went on to say it was super awkward. We were already in a friend group and we weren't really seeing it for each other, and that was already awkward enough. And Ayan's also once they started to get to know each other, they started to realize they had a lot more things in common, such as, right now they're dealing with their children going off to college. And they also drew some similarities between boarding school, even though Ayan had her own version of boarding school, which I would love to hear how they draw that comparison or what they're equating that to. So yeah, it really just was forged off of this 16-hour plane trip. And there was even a point mentioned, I want to say by Andy, where he said oh yeah, Stanbury, you said that you had a drink with Ayan, but you didn't want to tell the ladies about this or something along those lines. What was up with that? And I want to say Stanbury was yeah, she didn't want to tell the other ladies about that because She really wanted to give Ayan a chance to get to know her, just, you know, for her, without anybody's outside opinions or, you know, comments or anything like that. Which I think was a wise choice to do that. But at the same time, I can say this because I think that Stanbury had full knowledge since the get-go that, like, no matter how this cookie crumbles, no matter how they went about this, it was still going to be a problem for certain people. I think Stanbury knew that since the beginning.
Stanbury knew it
from the beginning.
Because she's, you know, she's of a particular age on top of that. But Ayan don't look at everything. She just, you know, she just in being her own little happy little wherever world she be in. Like oblivious.
She's very, like, you know, she's, as much as I think a lot of them were lying, she is innocent a lot of the time. I think she doesn't, she just doesn't have that same life experience. I think I said before a couple weeks ago, like, she just doesn't she doesn't grade things on the same scale that they might have, given those different life experiences.
Right.
But what I really wanted to get into about this part was when Andy directed his questions to Lesa and Brooks, basically. And he was like, out of Lesa and Brooks, like, who's more bothered by this new friendship, basically. He asks Taleen this, and Taleen's like, Lesa is. However, I found Brooks to be the one that got a lot of enjoyment out of seeing their friendship, you know, dissolve and stuff like that.
We saw it. we got to see it. They don't. Well, maybe she's talking about from watching it because that's when we got to see it. I don't think she was giving it to him in person. She was giving it to him in the confessional. So
Brooks, she tried to, like, deny it, but at the same time, she was like, she did admit that it gave her comedic relief at first. Yeah. But do you believe her when she says that she started to change up her approach to wanting to fix it once she realized that it affected Ayan emotionally? Did you buy that part?
When she saw that it was bothering, it's hard to believe anything that comes out of Brooke's mouth. I'm so sorry. It might just sound good in the moment when her saying that, like, I just pulled this up out the sky. Not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I don't feel like she has compassion for anybody in this group. None of them. Not one. I can't say, oh, I'm sorry, Sara. She has compassion for Sara. That's the only one I don't see her attack. Now, that's not like, oh, she's trying to beat up everybody. Not that kind of attack. Like, just, you know, being sarcastic with people. She doesn't do Sara like that. She's the only one that I don't think that gets the little quirky thing that she does. So
okay. What about when he directed the question to Lesa and was like, you know, or when Lesa, I should say, said that she was never bothered by them becoming friends and that whole thing, but then they directly showed her how on Watch What Happens Live she called them desperate. How did you feel
exactly about that? Lesa was lying. Lesa was so bothered. She did finally tell Ayan that she was jealous, even though it was kind of in a joking way, but I feel like it was she was telling her, but she was trying to joke about it, like, it's not affecting me, but it is. Don't let it affect me. So no, it definitely, Lesa was affected that Ayan was starting to have a friendship with Stanbury. Yes, I don't know why Lesa and Stanbury don't get along though. I don't know why they never got along.
I need to rewatch season 1 and see the exact thing that,
because I don't remember what exactly made them
fire between them. I do need to go back and see the first thing.
Yeah, what was the thing that just did it? Because I don't remember, like, right offhand. Like, I don't remember
because I can venture to say that it was stupid as like that.
Probably
definitely giving stupid, and that if I do remember correctly, it was very much like, yeah, y'all just don't like each other, like, because you don't want to like each other, because you just don't like each other, which is fine. people just need to admit that more in life. You're not going to like everybody, and that's totally okay. Everybody ain't going to like you, but it's when you start to tap dance around stuff and start trying to call things by a different name that I have an issue with. And that's what I feel like was happening here. And I feel like even when Lesa was like talking about how Ayan used to text her like, oh, all this like, oh, we're trying to figure out like what we have in common, but I just don't know. It doesn't seem like we have anything in common. Like, she grew up in a mansion, I grew up in a village. Like, I was shocked. Like, I do feel like they definitely were having some conversations behind the scenes. And I think, again, it still brings me back to what I said, I want to say like a week or so ago, when I was like, I feel like Ayan was doing certain things and coming off a certain way to appease Lesa until she realized like, oh wait, no, I really like this lady. Like, I really want to like have a friendship with her. I do think that Ayan was, to a certain degree, whether knowingly or unknowingly, I think she was kind of playing both sides a little bit. And that was revealed, I want to say, even Sara revealed that in an interview that I watched, where she was apparently Ayan was like texting Stanbury, like they were having this friendship behind the scenes, unbeknownst to anybody, but in front of everybody else, it was, the total opposite. So I can understand why some of the ladies have qualms with.
Do you think that she did that to kind of keep up with the fact that they are having a secret friendship?
Stanbury, hey, just simply. Lesa blindly defends Ayan.
Didn't like Lesa blindly defending Ayan. This was said during season 1. Stanbury didn't like the way Lesa
what was the
blindly defended Ayan. But weren't they friends? But I don't understand the blindly. Stanbury didn't like Lesa's blindly
defending Ayan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back.
And Stanbury wanted everyone to ice out Ayan, but Lesa didn't.
Oh, Stanbury wanted everybody to ice out Ayan. I kind of remember that because Ayan was over the top and doing too much and having dresses, and like every time she walked in the room was like, "What is going on? What are you doing?"
And I felt like that from this reunion where she came in like,
oh my god, what is
her funeral? Like, it's just I sometimes it's cool, y'all, and I'm not saying she needs to change who she is as a person, but it's just like sometimes like, we not on that right now. Like, can you be, how everybody keeps saying lately how, and not to turn this into a whole different show, but how everybody keeps saying online how Tamar is always on 1,000, and it's just like, can you just not sometimes?
Right.
Just be like kind of Tamar-ish sometimes, and it's like you're trying to make a moment so much that you're making the opposite out of it. Like,
right.
I like people that could be effortlessly cool.
Yes, I agree with that.
It's not funny. Anyway,
all knew
Lesa, Nina, and Brooks all knew each other.
Stanbury felt like Lesa sided with Ayan a lot.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that too.
I mean, this is not a reflection of anything of us. It's a reflection of the fact that they decided to come back 17 years later, and it's not that fresh in our minds. That wasn't to you. That was to the network. Like, bring back the shows faster, and we will remember these small details that actually have a lot to do with the story. Anyway, then we get into the whole professional victim of it all. Because Ayan starts to go into I want to say, no, this wasn't when she talked about her FGM, but this is when Lesa first calls her a professional victim, which according to Ayan is like basically the worst thing I guess you could call her. And then we have Stanbury telling Ayan not to yield, because at this point Lesa and Ayan was going back and forth a little bit. How'd you feel as things started to veer off, like left with it, and Lesa calling Ayan a professional victim?
I think that was wrong of Lesa. If that was your friend at any point in time, even if y'all not friends right now, and she's sitting there crying and she's telling you, you are my friend, and you of all people know that word hurts me more than anything, and I'm sitting here crying and I'm telling you that, and you double down on me, I'm gonna look at you like the scum of the earth. Like, you could never tell me you cared about me, because if you did, you not showing it at this moment. A person that has feelings for a person and they see that person is crying, emotional, or anything like that, shoot, for God's sakes, we saw Brooks go hug Taleen, even though I feel like that was still, we'll get to that when she told her about, you know, the JJ gate and all that stuff. But I just feel like Lesa wasn't, I don't know, I feel like she was looking for a moment, just like hers happened to sit next to Andy. She was looking for a moment. She's looking to,
which was said by all within the first 15 seconds.
For sure. And I feel like that's what she was doing. She kept saying that you had the villain turn into the victim. It's like, okay, how many times you gonna say it when you know it's hurting her feelings? So you're gonna keep saying, you're gonna double down?
It's because so you don't feel like Ayan was playing the victim at all during this entire episode?
No, when she told her, when
she tried to bring it back to when
she tried to bring, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Lesa was calling her a victim because of their situation. What she was saying, it was because of their situation. It had nothing to do with, the uncircumcision and all that stuff. So if that's the case, then I just don't believe Lesa. I'm sorry. I still feel like she was looking for a moment. Maybe Ayan does do things for, I don't even know for what. I can't get in Ayan's head. I can't. Ayan is almost like a loose cannon, which we kind of like. But Ayan is Ayan. And nobody can do what Ayan does. Only she can. And so it's not that I give her a pass. I just don't think that she does things as intentional as we think that she does. But I do think Lesa does.
By herself.
You think Ayan wants a show by herself or needs a show?
I think she's supposed to be. I think her type of person, she's supposed to be on. I don't think she's supposed to be on an ensemble cast.
I don't think so either.
Not to say I'm not putting all of the blame on her. No, I think a couple people here need to take a slice of blame pie. But just thinking about it now, yeah, I just think that she's just like so much of her own character that I think maybe she's just somebody that just does better in their own corner of TV.
They would. I agree with that, because even the way she acts with her son, even with her husband in the car, the dumb jokes that she tried to say and the things that and she's laughing like it's funny and it's really not. And she in her mind really think it's funny. Like, oh no, I made it funny. I was funny. No, seriously, I was funny. It's like, Ayan, you wasn't funny. You wasn't, but you literally believe you were. So I believe Ayan is a big personality, and she could probably have her own show, and she probably don't need the ensemble. But baby, you're an ensemble, so you gonna have to act accordingly.
Sara
literally said Ayan uses her
has an excuse
to hurt people. Yes, she's cool with Sara.
I can't agree all the way to the point of she uses it to hurt other people as much as I think she just sometimes uses just draws like
sympathy
and then she's like Spider-Woman with it. Like she uses it over here and it's like we're talking about this over here and then somehow she grabs onto this one and then brings them together and it's just like, no, that's not what this is right now. Right. That's not to say that you didn't go through certain things. You weren't a victim. You're just not a victim in every situation. You were definitely a victim in certain ones though.
Yeah.
Will never take that away from her. But I did feel like, and then we're going to have to get into it here now, when the FGM was brought up and then she's at the end, there was like this very little, and then by this point, a couple people, I feel like we're talking over each other and whatnot, but I did hear her start to try to draw that parallel. All that parallel and marry the two together. And it was like, no. That's why Lesa is quick
to going on her like, girl, you are not a victim. And I'm talking about with us, not with.
I feel like Lesa can bring that up, not to poke at her trauma or to spray her with her own stuff or anything like that, as much as Lesa does it, because it's like, yes, I'm saying this to you because I was the closest person to you at once. And I've seen you've done this before in other situations. And I feel like that's what a lot of people have issues with a lot of times is like, they don't, just because you don't like what somebody's telling you, it doesn't mean that what you're telling you is wrong. And if somebody's real friend, they need to be able to tell you, like, obviously they're not friends right now, but I like to think that it's more so founded in Lesa speaking from a place of like, I've seen, like, I've been right up, you know, in your closest circle. Like, you actually do kind of do this. I think that's what
she's basically, what you're saying is she was giving a constructive criticism, unlike trying to be mean and saying, girl, you're using this all the time.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're using this all the time, but look, it's starting to come off like you're using this all the time. And me as your friend, I'm trying to tell you, stop playing victim. That's what you're saying.
I actually want those types of people around me. Like, I want you to tell me when I'm going too and stuff like that, and I'm up here. And again, do I feel like a little bit going back over here on Lesa's part? Am I still looking at Lesa like, because she went on to say, what did she say about like, oh yeah, while they were getting to know each other, she tried to deny that she ever had an issue with them being friends and stuff, and I was like, now Lesa,
girl,
and they're calling me desperate and stuff like that. That's when I got to turn to Lesa and be like, now Lesa,
I put the lies. This is what I put.
You're lying right now, because you definitely did have a problem with that. So let's not
big time.
Let's not. That's then when I got to get back on Ayan's side with it.
Ayan definitely played victim regarding the situation. However, Lesa was not saying that Ayan is a victim regarding FGM. Right. And that's what she was saying. And because they were going so back and forth, for me, you know, you got me on a tear. I ain't gonna lie to you. When Ayan started crying, I was like, honey, I want her to start crying, because that's gonna play on my heartstrings. And I don't want nobody playing my heartstrings.
Heartstrings were not on over here.
Yeah, because you guys are looking at it at, you know, from a different I got me. I feel like I'm mad that Lesa and her are not friends, and I feel like sometimes Lesa keeps poking at her. Might not be the truth. I'm just saying from when I was looking at it, I was like, dang, Lesa just not gonna let her up. She not gonna let her up. And I always feel like Ayan kept, you know, looking at her, and she was another one that would not give Ayan any eye contact, kept looking back at Andy, talking to Andy, not looking at Ayan. And Ayan,
Giselle does that every reunion, depending on who she doesn't like. So.
Giselle is a weirdo. Like
they do that. Like, they sometimes talk to, like, that's not, I don't think that's bizarre.
No, I think that they do it intentionally. There's an intention behind it. Because anybody that's talking to you, you talk to them. You don't look at the host and keep talking to the host.
It wasn't directed at them. It was about how they feel about the situation. Therefore, I'm not talking to that other person over there. I'm answering the question. This is how I feel.
There were times where Brooks was talking to Stanbury, and then she would find out she was talking to her and turn her and switch back up, like, oh yeah, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm over here. So to me, I seen intentions that y'all literally was trying to ice that side of the room out. Not Sara, but you two, Lesa and Brooks. Y'all icing that side of the room out. Y'all are all in Andy's face and can talk. And Brooks, you even turn around and look back at Sara, because she's behind you on this side.
Sara ain't this whole reunion.
I know. And Sara, but she kept turning back to look at her. And Sara said, you ain't looking over here, but you turning your whole body to look at Sara. Nah.
Two things that I did annotate, and I will bring up. They definitely gave me context, but y'all, Sara only said two things. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Both Lesa and Ayan played a role in the demise of their friendship. Yes, I feel like Ayan plays a character on the show during certain scenes. Like, she's really not wearing couture in Dubai every day. She better not be, because, like, why? That's how I feel. I'm not discounting her experience with FGM, but she does it. Yes, she does.
She does.
And just like, and maybe, and again, I'm not trying to get back over here on the bandwagon, Lesa's bandwagon, but y'all, maybe for the ones that see it Lesa's way, maybe that you guys are like this. Maybe, you know, those clips that we got last episode of, like, these moments where Lesa was looking like a hater friend, and it's giving storyline, and those little tidbits we got from Lesa, maybe those were again a show of her trying to be a good friend and telling her, you know, like, hey, we need to. And I only say that because I think Lesa does it with her own self too. And I feel like that's why a couple of times this season we were so like put off by her, is because unfortunately that was the real, I feel like Lesa's seeping out sometimes, and she wasn't able to, I feel like she puts a lot of emphasis on how she's showing up here, which is totally fine, you should, but I feel like to a degree she's giving us like a certain version of her without just letting it all hang out, if that makes sense. I feel like she's trying to like keep it so on cute versus like just giving us the 100% like real all the time. Lesa is. And I feel like she also probably holds Ayan maybe to that same standard sometimes, and is like, girl, like don't, like very, you know, trying to show up very cutesy and very demure and very, you know, don't laugh too with your mouth too wide open. Don't, you know, talk too much about yourself. She's being like the etiquette police behind the scenes because she's so busy doing it, I feel like, with herself that it then she does it to Ayan too. And she would just show up and just effortlessly be that girl and stuff, because it's like she is, but there's always like this one little thing that I can't put my finger on that's just keeping it really being like, you know, can you more status or something. And I feel like it's this. I feel like she just needs to just like chill out, and you see her doing it in her personal life, even like she's overwhelmed in her personal life because she's trying to show up as the perfect businesswoman. She's trying to show up as the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect this, the perfect that. And it's just like it's okay to sometimes have your lace lifting. I don't know. Sometimes not have it all together, because you're racking your brain trying to show up perfectly, and it's reading disingenuous, and it's making your friend feel like you're like coming for her sometimes because you want her to be on 1,000 all the time. Yeah, that's how I feel.
I think that could be true. I kind of agree with a lot of what you just said. Like, I think you might be on to something there.
I think so, because she's different spaces of the Lesa Milan, I feel like. And I didn't watch her on College Hill, y'all, and I get that was back, you know, in the day, so I'm sure she just changed. I hope she just changed, because I hope we're always all evolving.
Who's on College Hill?
Lesa.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where like so many people were like, "Oh my God, Lesa."
Maybe when the first time I ever seen her, I think she's gorgeous, absolutely stunning, beautiful face. Maybe I thought, because I'm one of those people that like if I seen it once and I see it again, I'll be like, I seen you, or I've seen you before. Yeah, I mean, but I didn't watch it, but I probably seen a scene or saw her
that season.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that's where she came from. So she was living in the States then?
Miami.
Okay.
Wherever she was, whatever college this was at, I guess.
Okay.
When she was in the States, she was from Miami, but
okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how she showed up on there, so I can't quite, you know, say. Just like a lot of times people are always trying to bring back up how Stanbury was showing up on Ladies of London or whatever.
They said she did good on Ladies of London, though. Everybody said that she was good.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. I haven't heard anything bad about Stanbury on that show.
Also, somebody who I think doesn't really need to be on this cast either. And that's not because I don't like her. That's because I just don't think she's gonna fit. I don't think she's ever. There's certain people are never gonna get their foot off her neck, so she might as well just go somewhere else.
I don't want to sound racist, but I'm like, maybe just the colorful cat. It's a colorful cat.
I think that's the same thing we see with like so a certain cast. It works when it's blended. We've seen it,
like we saw with Kim Zolciak, and I'm not, you know, I'm just using her because I'm not saying it worked, but I'm saying she really was cool with me. Like she really hung out with them. It wasn't like she just was
Miami
into this Atlanta Housewives.
Miami, I would say, is a blended cast. New York is shaking it up a little bit, I guess. So again, y'all, we're not saying that it doesn't work or that nope, they need to have another black girl, or they need to have
like she might want her own show too.
Who?
Stanbury.
She probably has they go up for Stanbury. I don't remember whose video I was watching or what, but they said like at BravoCon, at, you know, certain things, like the girls love them some Stanbury, and I'm like, I get that. I just don't. Oh, you said yes. Stansbury was a fan favorite per Ladies of London. Yes, I've heard that.
I think I heard you tell me that too, Kev. Because I didn't know her at all, but I think you said that to us before. So
I don't dislike her, and I want to like her, but it's just like I'm constantly being told all these things. That's why I say I don't think that she's going to fare well in the long run on the show, because there's people there that don't want to see her fare well. So it's like we're constantly being told about her being shady, her being doing this or her doing that. Like she's never gonna escape that, so she might as well just kind of go, unfortunately. Yes, maybe it is imposter syndrome, because it's just like, girl, like just relax. Like I feel like just wound up.
She puts a lot on herself. Like she's doing it to herself
voluntarily, and I'm like, girl,
because even her husband is laid back. Even the husband is laid back.
Rich and not comparing their businesses or whatever, but he probably got more, professional responsibility, I would say, than she probably does. And he seems to be kicked back.
Carries it like it's all on her. It's all on her back. It's like, girl, you gonna have to stop. You gonna have to calm down.
I heard that.
The loudest crowd response during bubble. Really? Okay. Did not know that.
Going back to the reunion though, y'all, just to touch on the FGM a little bit, Andy had asked her, how she feel, did she regret, telling her story, or what? And Ayan's like, at first she was very regretful because of the backlash that she received, and feeling like everybody's just kind of like judging her. People was bullying her, saying all types of crazy stuff. People saying stuff to Taj. Fast forward to today, she although it was a major point of her life coming forward, telling the whole world about this, she doesn't regret it because it's helped her, especially today when I think she said a couple countries are trying to bring it back, and she's like, like she's being an advocate for that. So and then again at the end she tried to marry the two a little bit, and that's when I was like, girl, no, got Lesa jumping in saying no, don't play the victim, this has nothing to do with our situation. Like in our situation you do play victim, like and Ayan, this is when she got emotional and started like crying and saying stuff like how no one fought harder for her, no one loved Lesa harder than her and stuff like that. And Taleen's all, she's the most ride or die for you. And I feel like that was only pissing Lesa off more, because Lesa started coming back with it, and it's everybody's kind of getting Stanbury telling Ayan to settle down, don't give too much. And I want to say Lesa was like, my issues with her just stem from defending you. That's what she said to Ayan. And then we have Stanbury saying like, Lesa, you never liked me. And I was like, I can't fault her for saying that. I feel like that's 100% true. Lesa, you did never like that lady. I think a lot of us around here, we can agree that Lesa, you never liked it. And then Ozempic gets brought up.
Oh my gosh.
That kind of seemed like and this is why I'm like, at that point I wanted to jump in the set and be like, cut, because you guys it's going to read as if you guys are trying too hard now, because everybody, it's the whole Housewives Ozempic. It's like we talk about the both hand in hand all day every day now, I feel like. So it's like, why did you need to what
how they brought it up was what she say, she said to Taleen, the side effects of the Ozempic is crying. I was like, oh no.
No. Ozempic that you introduced me to.
I was like, She turned into that bird she called Taleen.
I'm like, what the? And I'm glad Andy was there to be like, we're fighting about Ozempic now.
Come on now. Who gives a damn? Who brought it up? Who took it? Who cares? I don't care about that.
Moments where people are going to be like, this is why I don't like watching Dubai. They're being corny and this and that. It's like, you gotta let these things organically happen. And I feel like some people on that cast, they try to beat the bullet. They try to beat, somebody else to the punchline. And it's like, then that's reading as non-organic, and we don't like that anyway.
Oh, and it was cute that Stanbury said when they talked about Taj and him modeling for Burberry and Fendi, and she was like, somebody gonna be retiring early. I was like, okay, because shoot, your son gonna be doing all your work in a minute. You ain't got to do no work, girl. So I thought that was cute that she said.
Oh, good for him. And was Taleen trying to taunt Lesa? Did y'all catch that when she was like, "Are you gonna cry right now?" And Lisa's like, "No, I'm not gonna cry right now. Are you?"
Where was that What did that come out of? Where were we talking? Why? What did we talk? What? When did you see Lesa cry?
I'm like, Taleen, are you doing this because? And I'm not saying that Lesa is some aggressive person that's just gonna fly off the handle, y'all. Not gonna say it, but it was just like, are you baiting her to like, because do you feel sick? Because I'm just like, I didn't feel like she was going that hard during the season, and it's just like you were already butthurt that she ate your ass up at that dinner table that time. So, and then you, I can't say anything else. I agree with Lesa. Ayan excessively portrays she before we know it, we get back to talking about again the thing that it's like when somebody knows they have something that you can't come after. So it's like before we know it, we somehow always end up in that pot again. I feel like I saw that a lot during this, especially this episode. Ozempic was thinking, how did I get
Seriously. Now, how did I get in here? How did I get in this?
Thank you, Kevin, because I was just like, and this wasn't the first time she said it, because then we get her popping ish when we came back from the break with her talking about look at these besties over here. Now multiple things can be true again, y'all. Was Brooks mumbling first when we came back from break? Yes, she was. Brooks was saying something along the lines of, oh, Ayan is doing the most. Yes, she was. You can sense the fear and insecurities. She's saying this to Lesa. And this is where I'm sure
she was kissing her behind, where she was kissing Lisa's behind, where she was brown nosing, where that's your best friend now. All of a sudden now you want to talk about all that shows me, Brooks, is that you are this person all the time, and it don't matter who it is. You will tell this to anybody. Whoever's right here sitting next to you, that's who you're gonna talk about. This is I was so irritated with her. I was like, ugh, you are weird. You're weird.
I was confused because
it was uncalled for. It's uncalled for.
They haven't neither side of this has conquered the whole like I'm going to make the other side look bad whilst not getting my hands dirty. Somehow anytime anybody on this cast wants to make the other person look bad, they always come back with their own hands dirty. And I'm like, that's not, you haven't figured out. You guys got analogy. Guys, because like we see it on Housewives all the time, y'all. We only, it's only a delectable moment when this side goes after this side and they come back with their hands clean. But for some reason, they have, I'm not gonna say for some reason, they're still new, they're still fresh. I get it. But that's something they just have to learn how to do better in order to give, I think, a lot of the viewers what they like to see, which is, the mess of it all, the mess done right.
Right.
Nonetheless, though, we get into the Caroline versus Caroline of it all. Andy asks Stanbury why she thinks Brooks was more offended by the visible vagina comment more than Taleen was, upset about it. Mm-hmm. And Stanbury, much like a lot of us, I like to say, was very much like, I don't know why she was so upset. Especially when Brooks was the main person going around making sure that everybody knew that this was said.
And all she could have to do was give me a phone call or call me or text me. Like, instead of talking to everybody else about it.
Yep. And then we have, and this is when we got, like, I want to say that at this point, maybe this was the first thing Sara had said, maybe second, I don't know. Sara definitely co-signed on this, and she was like, you told all of us. And that I think that we both believe definitely happened the way it happened.
Talking about Brooks? Talking about Brooks?
I do believe that happened that way. I do.
Well, if we go on what Brooks is talking about, remember Brooks said that she was upset that, you know, it just made her so mad. She was just mad. That's what I was upset. I was mad. Yeah, I was mad at Stanbury for you know, saying that about my friend. I'm like, it wasn't that big a deal. You made it bigger than what it was. You really did. I'm sorry. Do you feel that Brooks made it bigger than what it was? Or she kept it going longer. I'll say that.
I actually agree with how. Yep, I agree with because this is, again, like I said, this is when Sara says whatever she says the first time, which I actually agreed with, which was when Stanbury said it to her. No, that was what Brooke said. Sara said the comment was rude, which I agree with. She was hurt, which we saw because we seen some unseen footage of Taleen in tears about it. And she dragged it too long, pointing to Brooks. That's true. I agree with all of those assessments. And then I think Sara said even on the phone, Brooks did say, don't talk to my friend like that. I believe that too. I do think, although Brooks proceeded to like carry this message around everybody, I do feel like as fast as I said that, now I'm thinking again, do I believe that? I do, because I see Brooks as a hard charger, not afraid, not biting her tongue for anybody. I do see her kind of like, yes, if she does consider you a friend, even though I don't feel like we've seen a lot of examples of that, because she shows up places with her nail tech and stuff, not her real friends. I do still think that she is somebody that would stand up for her friends, though, if that makes sense, even though I don't see her having friends. Does that make sense? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I don't want to explain it, but like, I see her standing up for the friends, even though I don't see the friends. I say that just because I think that the other qualities about her make it hard for her to foster, you know, good, long-lasting, strong friendships. If she didn't have other qualities about her and stuff, then I think that there are certain qualities about her that are redeemable. Because I mean, I value somebody that speaks up and speaks their mind and isn't going to let anybody walk all over them. I think those are great qualities to have. Somebody else might disagree, but there is something workable there. It's just the way that she goes about it in this situation, going around telling everybody, it makes you look like.
You think she was telling everybody so that
they would get on
they would be on her side, or they, you know, it'd be like, no, you're right. She shouldn't be talking about the VJJ. It wasn't even that serious. I don't understand why she even was telling it. It's not like you.
Yes,
like you need everybody's opinion, or like these are your friends. Like what they think matters. If anything, you just go nip it in the bud with Stanbury. I don't understand why you have to go around everybody when you just could have just said, Stanbury, you know, doggone what that girl was trying to show her for JJ to your husband. Girl, you know this. Like, you know.
Taleen
and she wasn't reading the room either to me. Taleen was bothered, yet side curb Brooks for Stanbury. Taleen is indeed a social climber.
Sorry. I do get a little, as much as Taleen's trying to escape that, I do believe a little bit of that. I do.
Oh, I do believe that she's a social climber, and she, you know,
because, and it's right here why I believe that, because as this whole conversation is unfolding, y'all, we have Taleen saying after Brooke said what apparently Stanbury said, which was, if that's any indication of how she is, talking about Taleen, then basically she doesn't belong on the show. That's allegedly what Stanbury said, according to Brooks. Then we have Taleen sitting there talking about she said that as if she didn't know. So that's where I was like, I don't know if you guys clocked that, but I definitely
did see that.
And that makes me think that yes, certain comments like this, it gives it more truth, because it's like, girl, were you so quick to just brush off all the stuff that was said and not look at it for what it really was, because you were so dead set on being friends with, the popular girl on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Because it reeks of that a little bit. Okay. Mm-hmm. As long as Kevin gets it, that's all that matters. I'm good. Like, we're good. But y'all, we still were being bombarded, but with what I believe was laced with a little bit of lies. Brooks' whole thing is that she was angry because this Taleen was her friend. Stanbury's supposed to, be her friend, and wait, what? If you were asked Brooks why she kept repeating it and why she didn't just, that was Stanbury. Stanbury was like, at the end of the day, though, like, if it did bother you so much so, like, you could have just called me like you do every other time you're upset about something, apparently call everybody to rant. I think that's just like, Brooks gets so passionate about certain things and Sir like on her high horse with certain things that she just like, she either thinks A, you probably supposed to think the same thing, or B, everybody's going to hear my mouth about it because this is not okay. More than it was. Yeah, so I do kind of believe what you're saying before about like, do we think that it was Brooks more so being like on some messiness versus her trying to make everybody aware that this is being done and it's not cool? I do think she's
more messy.
It's hard to differentiate between the two with her, because sometimes I do think it is this way versus this way, but it's just so hard because she shows up as a extremely unlikable character a lot of times.
Pretty but unlikable. Pretty but unlikable, because she's pretty.
Sarah felt like it was just way too much vagina. Oh, actually, then we get into Brooks' drinking. We get into Brooks' drinking, which is a very important thing to get into this season.
It is.
I don't exactly remember what Andy asked, but I know it was laced with some, or I should say, before we even got into the alcohol of it all, Andy straight up asked Brooks, like, you defending Taleen, like, or whatever, or you having the feelings you felt towards Taleen when she started buddying up to Stanbury, like, was it laced with any like basically I defended this girl and now she's butting up to this other lady who I defended her from? Like, was that a little bit of what it was? And she actually admits that yes, it definitely was that. Like, it definitely was like, girl, like, I just went hard from you. I've never seen anything like made her head spin, basically, how she went so hard for this girl, and now next thing she knows, she turns around and she sees her being besties with her. Like, that's not cool. And it's like,
but wasn't Stanbury and Brooks friends at one time, or no, they were not friends? Because I thought that they used to call each other, and Brooks would call Stanbury and talk about everybody to Stanbury. That's what I thought that was. That's why when Brooks started doing her healing journey, Stanbury wasn't for it, because she's like, girl, I don't know who this is. I'd rather the old mean girl. I don't even want this healing child. Bring me back Brooks, the one that likes to talk about people. That's the one I like. And so, no, I don't. I feel like Stanbury and Brooks were friends. So why were you be so mad? Let's say you are trying. Let's just say Brooks was trying to get to the bottom of it. Stanbury, why were you so offended that my girlfriend fell and her bottom came up, and your husband told you that he might have saw her vajayjay? Is that a problem, or was it a problem when you said, this girl can't be in the group? Because is that what it was, that she said that, if she's like this, then she can't be in the group? Was it that thing, or was it the fact that she fell and the vajayjay was showed? Because I don't understand why is that the big deal?
Mad that your mouthpiece was like not going to be on the I don't know, like, it's so many different
comment. I'm sorry, I didn't read it. Go back.
Brooks was just being messy boots,
right? That's what I think.
How Brooks accountability as it relates to the drinking, yes, about to get into that. Andy
and no, more than Brooks, the way Lesa.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that too.
she's a lightweight. Bitch, you don't even know her. Shut up.
We gotta talk about that too. Andy asks Brooks about her being overwhelmed and her, alcohol consumption that we saw over the scene. That was a hot topic. Brooke says she wasn't too proud of, how she was behaving when she drank. But she places a lot of emphasis on how the other ladies were calling her an alcoholic. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. I the way she broke it down in that sentence, I was like, okay, I can understand how it's like, okay, one thing, like I have, a bit of an issue going on, but at the same time, you're straight up clearly labeling it alcoholism. That's not no little thing to just label anybody.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, we get Lesa. Then we get Lesa being the first person to come and defend Brooks by saying, like, she's actually a lightweight, like, one or two, whatever she said. What?
One drink and she starts slurring. I said, girl, shut up. You don't even talk to her. Now all of a sudden,
how do you guys even
she has one drink, she's slurring. Girl, if you don't got my face, and then Brooks said, she said, yeah, or was it Ayan? No. Ayan and Taleen, they were talking. And so Taleen was like, Ayan said to Taleen, okay, well, if lightweight is 4 drinks in, then I guess so. I said, because she ain't drinking no one drink. I said that earlier in the season. Remember? I said, I'm gonna start calling her Red Cup because I feel like that's how she portrays herself. Like she gets drunk before she gets to the party. So she can talk and not care about what she's coming out of her mouth. That's how she portrayed it to me. That's why I'm not gonna call her an alcoholic, but I do think that she was pre-gaming before she went to the ladies so that she just wouldn't care, and she can say what she want to say, and it would roll off her tongue, and she wouldn't think back about it. That's why there was a time where she said something to one of them while being drunk. Oh yeah, that because when I've been drinking this, I go too far. Even the production even said. So if the production said it,
how she was talking on that balcony or whatever. Remember when Taleen had her little shindig at her house or whatever, and they all went onto the balcony, and Brooks was like, yes, when she drinks, she talks real, her mouth gets even more reckless.
It does. It gets really reckless, and she don't care, and she doesn't say, I apologize. She be like, girl, I don't care. I don't care. Her mouth is very reckless when she's been drinking. That's why I say I think she always pre-gamed. In the first season, it felt like I wasn't calling her alcoholic, but I felt like she was drinking in every scene, or she was in a scene. She needed to have that little liquid courage on her so that she can not care of what she's gonna say or not bring it back, or just be in the moment. That's what I think.
I can see that. Taleen, though, Andy did ask all the ladies basically how to weigh in on the Brooks drinking of it all. And Taleen says, although she said otherwise previously, she says she doesn't think that Caroline is an alcoholic. She thinks that she can be messy, but not an alcoholic. They both like to have a good time, yada, yada, yada. And that's just all it is. It's, her just liking to have a good time or whatever. She doesn't believe she's an actual alcoholic, though. Sarah, she puts Brooks on a 1 drink maximum. And I'm like, that's probably what everyone should do. We know Sarah doesn't drink. And Andy even asks her, like, producers also recognize this about
Brooks.
Like we just said, I feel like that's a big deal.
That's who's with you the most.
Y'all, this is a show. This is reality TV. This is something we kiki over, the mess and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is still a work environment for these ladies. This is still, something, a situation where I would like to think that they would want to be on good terms with the network at all times and stuff, and the production of it all, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, if Brooks is getting to a point where production is recognizing these things about her, or whatever, I personally think like that would be like, if nothing else has opened my eyes and made me change my behavior, that definitely would. But hey, that's her life, not mine. And Sara says that the ladies or Andy asks if it's like difficult for Sara to be around the ladies a lot, because you know she's not a drinker. So is it a lot to be around them when they've been drinking and, you know, whatever. And that's when she says, like, I want to say is that when she said that? I don't remember. Maybe she said it at a different time. I don't remember, but I know she said that or I don't know if it's the ladies that told her she acts like the mom or whatever, and she's all like, "Oh, I don't act like that's the label that they gave her, and it's not that she tries to act like a mom."
She said, "I'm a friend." She said, "Oh, that's what a friend does."
It's called being a good friend, and called being a good friend, and it doesn't mean that I agree with all of their behavior. Okay, Sara. And then
you always come up for the poor little Sara. Like, Sara, you are not A1 all the time, period. And Barb will tell you.
And I also like, really, Brooks, when on one hand, I'm like, that's just what an everyday person would be. But for some reason, when it was brought up about her, I was like, girl, really? When they started talking about the healing sessions, and she was like, basically, she only went to the one, like we knew, and she asked for her money back, which is the first time that's happened to those people in like all the years they've been in business, 30 years.
I thought Stanbury said that happened like 3 times in 30 years. Like,
or I don't know,
like 3 times in 30 years, and she's one of the third of the 3 people that done this. I don't know.
I thought that was weird.
It was weird. I don't know why Brooks even agreed to go on this healing journey. And you was just not even gonna take it serious. You're just gonna do one session and not really go take it seriously. Why would you waste anybody's time? Like,
I don't know. I don't even know why you wasted your own time, because it's just
that's what I'm saying. Why did you waste your time, Brooks, knowing you are the person you are? You don't want to change. You like the person you are. The weird little thing you are.
3 sessions for anybody. I think that's a good, like,
oh yeah, definitely. She needed to at least 3.
Like, is it working? Is it not? Like, am I thinking this is going to be something I can? But one session that's just a waste for everybody.
I think in Brooks' mind, she thinks that it means something's wrong with her. So if I go in there looking for a healing, that means something's wrong with me. So I'm saying, heal me because something's wrong with me. And Brooks, in her mind, don't think nothing's wrong with her. She thinks she's probably perfect. So no, I don't. It's them. It's not me.
I don't even know if it's as much as she thinks she's perfect, as much as it's
not perfect, but I don't think she thinks anything wrong with her.
She probably doesn't think like there's a dire need to unpack this right now in her life, probably, or that she could keep sweeping it under the rug or not address it or whatever.
But you know what? Not to cut you off, sis. We don't even know if, like, they had asked her about her going into business, being at the business so long, you know, for the 6 months, getting ready to start the show, you know, was she under a lot of pressure? And I feel like maybe Sara saw her under a lot of pressure and wanted to relieve that. And that's why she offered these healing sessions, to get clear mind, you know, get her mind right, to prepare her for everything that was coming. But in Brooks' mind, I don't think she looked at it like that. She looked at it like, you think something's wrong with me and you trying to fix me, and there's nothing wrong with me. So Sara, take your little fixings and go on, you fix yourself. I don't need no fixing. I'm okay. I'm okay with me. And that's okay. I mean, but we all can use help. We all can use therapy. We can all use mental, for sure. Mental therapy, all of that. We all can use it. It don't mean that you're not all mentally there, but those are tools that you can use. That's all.
It doesn't mean that everything applies to you. Like,
true.
Like, you use, you know, you take the tools that, you know, are going to be helpful and put them in your own toolbox, and the ones that aren't, you just leave them, you know, there. Like, it's not, I don't know. I just, again, think with everything that Brooks has been through and stuff like that, and even what the stuff again, like her son's growing up or whatever. We know how that goes with preteens and kids and stuff like that. But but I just think that she would be wanting to like be like kind of like on a like, okay, yeah, like let me do some I don't know, like why do we always have to look at everything so negative when life is about constant evolution and it's about like just you should always be willing to like learn new stuff. I like learning shit, y'all. So
yeah, absolutely.
Even if it doesn't always fully apply to me, like I just like learning things. So when I see
why not have this education on a lot of things? There are gonna be some things that don't apply to you, but it might apply to your sister, it might apply to your mom, it might apply to your dad, it might apply to your brother, it might apply to your cousin, it might uncle, your friend, somebody that a perfect stranger that walks up to you. You just never know when these things happen. You just don't. And when people, that's why I like walking in the morning and talking to people. I like people. Now everybody ain't likable, but I do like people that talk back to me or got the same mindset. That's why the people that I walk with in the morning, that's like my little family in the morning. I say good morning to my family here, and then I go to the park and I say good morning to all my family there. It's just a thing that we do. It's a rapport that we have, and I just feel like Brooks needs that. I feel like she's a negative person, and I don't know why that negativity is there, but I feel like if she released that, she'll be such a better person. And I think Sara wanted to help her find that. I feel like she's heavy. I don't know if y'all see it, but Brooks feels so heavy to me. Like
it's very like
like tense.
Well, that's why we want to hear her along, because I feel like she's like, I don't know. You got Lesa over here like, everything's perfect. I'm perfect.
We're good. If you're not, I got you. Remember, I'm the one that will have you. But yeah, it's a lot. I'm like I said, I want to like Brooks. I do. I want to like all the ladies. I do. I can give you a good and a bad of all of them. I can give you a good and a bad of all of them. But I really want Brooks to really work on herself, because I really feel like she could be a better person, just a better person all the way around. I feel like she's carrying a lot of negativity, even so much so to the fact that she walked away from her husband with nothing. She left that man with nothing. There's no alimony. There's no child support. Yeah, he can help her make the glass house and all that.
You don't even have to go half on birthdays. Like
literally, do you know how stressful that is? Like, oh my girl, and she only got one. I got 5. Like,
he is way
it's too much. And I just feel like somebody, I feel like Brooks needs a hug. And Sarah's always like, Sara don't want to do it, but like that's why Sarah's around. She knows Brooks probably is a good person. She's just in a weird spot and she doesn't know how to get out of it. And that's how I kind of look at it.
And see her. And because I always think, I always make a mental note when I feel like people, and again, I like to have a good time too, y'all. Don't get me wrong. But I do feel like the only time she comes alive, the only time she's like at her best or whatever, or just living life, is when they're partying. Which, cool.
Her and Taleen have good times.
There's nothing wrong with the party, y'all. But that's the only time you come alive. That's like the light of your like there's nothing
negative every other time other than when you're out to go.
Like you don't have anything else you're like you thrive off of that like feeds you at the same time. It's just partying and drinking and partying. Like it's not like you don't.
Well, I guess she feels like she works hard enough. She got her own thing, so I guess she feel like, look, I got this going on.
What is going on inside, though? None of this speaks to the inside, and that's what her.
My thing, she's not a stylist or anything, right? She just owns this building. Like she doesn't have a niche in the building.
You see her pop up and manage things.
She just a manage but she doesn't like a stylist. She's not a masseuse. She's not a nothing. Like
she takes none of that. Son. And then she partied. Like I haven't seen anything else be like her thing. She's not out here doing yoga. She's not doing fitness like Taleen.
She actually looked like she getting thicker. Did she look thicker to you in the face? Her face looked full to me. It was out because even the cheekbone, her makeup was like her
Gross.
cheekbone looks so her cheekbone looks so thick and big.
No.
Maybe because Ozempic was sitting there. Never mind. I'm just playing, Lesa. I'm just playing. Lesa looked great. She looked. Kevin said that too. Kevin said Lesa was his favorite. I think we said that last week too.
Yeah,
didn't we?
yes,
We said Lesa killed it. Like
demolished
hands down. Even the little to the hairstyle, I was like, girl, you did that. I like looking at Lesa. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And I'm a heterosexual woman, but I do like beautiful things. And she's a beautiful person, like face-wise. I be like, dang, girl, you're a really pretty lady. But her attitude is starting to make me be like, because attitude does make you ugly. I'm sorry. It will make you ugly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It will make you ugly. Like, I won't even see your pretty no more because I will be looking at your insides. Your insides are sitting on your face now. Like, I don't even see your prettiness no more.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, y'all, we're not off of Brooks yet. We of course need to hop into the alleged, I don't know if you want to call it rumors, whatever you want to call it, the allegation she brought up against Stanbury's finances. And apparently, we had heard earlier on the season some chatter about, like, apparently Michael had said to somebody's that Michael, being Caroline Stanbury's
he said it to Ayan. If you're trying to look for who he said this to Ayan.
Yeah, right here. But I meant like earlier in the season.
Oh, but he had said it. You're right. Because he's another one that gets drunk and will just start talking. He's another one that is sociable and will drink and be joking and having a good time, but being serious all at the same time too. Like, I'm gonna throw this lightweight shade. Yeah, I'm tired of taking care of these people.
Yeah. And we know that, again, y'all, none of these ladies really see it for everybody else. So
I love when my sister talks to the side. I love when she do that.
When those types of comments are made, of course, like in front of people that don't really like you like that, of course they're going to take it and run with it. And that's what we basically saw happen in this situation, because this is also something that I do believe that Stanbury has money. I do believe that. And do I believe also that Michael could have really meant that, they had just wore out their welcome there? Because that's kind of what it all comes down to. The truth is apparently founded in the fact that when Michael said these types of things to Ayan, he basically meant more so like they were wearing out their welcome in his house currently. Not that he be financing her life basically, but his bills were going up and up and up while they were under his roof. And we needed to put a stop to that, is basically where Michael was coming from, apparently.
Right.
I could see that. I just do believe that I do believe she has money, and I say that because if she didn't, I don't even think her and Sergio would be together. I think she'd be showing up a lot more bothered, I feel like, in their situations or whatever, or she would be doing other things. The reason why, because someone even asked her this question came up because one of the viewers asked her, like, hey, where's your money come from? You got a job? Like,
we don't see her doing anything as far as work related. We see her with Sergio. We see her go eat with her friends. We see her ignore her in-law. No. she be doing work, y'all. She be working. Mama be working. Apparently, she got several businesses. I want to say like her main staple business that I want to say she, I guess, showed on Ladies of London, and Kevin, if you're still in here, you can fact check me on this one, is she had like a concierge business, and then even now she said she has a couple different businesses that she works with and stuff. Like, mama got money. She said she had a business that she's been doing for a while. Like, this is concierge business. The one that concierge. Okay, I didn't know which one it was. Okay,
I want to say, and then obviously she's gonna check off the show. Of course, she is a 50, not 50, but she is a late 40s influencer, which is totally fine. If you ask, Like,
I'm a 50-year-old influencer, and I want you to say I ain't. I want you to.
I don't know why that was I don't ever understand why that was a read, but whatever. And
Kevin put something up too. You can
pull it up. Her job license.
Oh,
yeah, she says she doesn't.
It was featured, so then that would make sense why she doesn't feature it on this one. Because she already did that. She did that. She's like, why would I do that twice? Why would I pull it up twice?
It's cool though, because it was Stan's. Now I realized it was Stanbury's interview I watched where she talked about these things. That makes her even more, I feel like, of a triple threat whatever housewife, because
excuse me, y'all.
That means she has enough storyline, enough business going on in her life that she doesn't even have to talk about her businesses, and she still has all this other stuff to talk about.
That girl got it going on. Let me tell you something. And let's be clear, that freaking facelift thing she got going on.
Everything but the brows.
And the fact that she said that, I love the fact that she told, so I've been getting fillers both sides for fillers since I was 26 years old. And she said I started looking like that. I said, girl, tell these people, because they don't know that they're looking like that.
So glad she said that, because literally that's what you're supposed. That is, I don't do any of that.
Me either. Right? I'm 50. That's what you're 52. I don't do it. I ain't did nothing.
If you're going to get that type of stuff, that's what you're actually supposed to do, and that's why people start looking so crazy, is because
and a young guy. Hello, what's Kylie Jenner?
You have to get filler. You have to get that dissolved, y'all, before you just put it on top of each other. That's crazy.
I didn't even know you could dissolve it. I had no idea. Yeah. I don't even care.
Inject this other stuff, and it just.
Oh my god! So that's why her face. I mean, Stanbury look good. Like she don't look like.
It doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't look like Joan Rivers. And no disrespect to my girl. I love Joan Rivers. She's gone, but I'm saying that to say, she older doll, her faceless stretch her face, and she could barely blink. So Stanbury don't have that look. Stanbury face looks like it looks refreshed, like
But I forgot to say that, y'all. I'm so glad you brought this up, because some other things that were said during that conversation, or that whole conversation come about because they were talking about Ayan. Ayan's age range was brought into,
Oh, you mean when Lesa said that she looks her age,
or she looks so Lesa? Then Andy asked all the ladies, like, how old do you think Ayan looks? Yada yada, whatever. And Lesa was like,
well, no, let's go with what Ayan said. Ayan said, I think I'm over 50 because my bones hurt. Yes. Let's go with that first.
Which is totally fine. Okay, cool.
Right.
We have Lesa over here, and it was definitely reading hater, because she was quick to be like, yeah, no, I think she looks her age.
She looks her age, but you don't know her age. So what age is that? What age is that, Lesa?
About Stanbury's, then we segued over to Stanbury's facelift, and then that's when Lesa also was like, yeah, it looks okay. And it's like, we're not sitting here saying like, oh my god, like Stanbury now is the most gorgeous in the world. Like, no, but she looks good. I'm not going to say she doesn't. Mama looks good. Whoever did her work did that
right. Honey.
So it's just
I feel like Stanbury needs to.
I don't like when people are being haters for no reason. Like, I'm always gonna give credit where credit is due, even if it's like my mortal enemy or whatever. Like, if the bitch's boots look nice, I'm gonna say her boots look nice.
Come on now.
Like, we need to.
I love what Sarah said. Sarah said,
yes.
She said, "Oh, you look good, babe.
Sarah,
whatever you doing."
Sarah wants the doctor's number. Sarah probably wants the doctor's number, knowing
Sarah fine.
Sarah
don't need it yet. Sarah don't need it yet. I'm gonna tell you,
she already got it.
Oh, okay. Then that's right. Oh, you right, sis. You right. You brought it all up. You right. So she did look gorgeous, and yeah, she needed to change her face a little bit, just like how Kim Kardashian needed to. Like, y'all wasn't that pretty, and you did make yourself pretty, and it's okay. It's okay. It's no shots, no nothing. I'm not the prettiest woman. I'm not. Everybody's not attracted to me. I know that. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, Sarah looked pretty when they were doing her makeup. When they had her they was in the back. I looked at Sarah and said, dang, Sarah, you look good. You can walk out you can literally walk out on the stage right now with that face. You look so good. But yeah,
Oh.
you
So, speaking of Sarah, supposedly her reunion look, apparently she ripped her, or something happened with the first
I didn't
dress.
like her reunion look.
I'm saying something happened with the first dress she was supposed to wear.
Makes
so this
sense.
is why she had to wear.
Makes sense because Sarah to me dressed nicely. When she dressed up, she dressed nice. She can get it together. She can, but we've seen her.
So she just chooses like not to sometimes. And
I feel like sometimes she's over garbed. She's
like,
over garbed. They're like, girl, you got a pretty shape. What are you doing? And I get it. You're Muslim. I get it.
just like too much because it'd be like the hair and then the.
But I feel like you got all these tattoos, so I don't see Muslim. I'm like, I don't see it. I'm sorry. It's just me. I don't. And no disrespect, I like tattoos. You see, I have some. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have all these things on you, and then you want to turn around and be like, oh no, I'm Muslim. I need to cover up. I'm like, huh? Okay.
Stansbury has the most money on Dubai. Yes, I do.
Sure.
I'll say that now though. I wouldn't have maybe said that so fast last season though.
Remember, because we talked about it because her tagline says the only thing on her is her money. I was like,
I mean, no, Nina has money.
Oh, Nina, but Nina's not on the show. She's friendly.
No, I know. I said last season I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Okay, that's why you're saying you wouldn't have said that. Okay,
for sure she does, and that again, we can't deny that. Like, why deny that? And then I'll probably say either Taleen or Lesa.
Wait, Taleen's husband is the family that made those the beach front and all. Man, come on now.
And we got every 5 minutes that she be renting her clothes and taking them back too. So I'm like, I can't. What is the truth here? Like,
I can't wait for that to all come out. All this wardrobe and Taleen's wardrobe and Brooke saying that the girl ain't got no wardrobe because she take all the clothes back. I can't wait to see this. And then Taleen's gonna pull out this poster. I'm like, I can't freaking wait to see this. I can't wait.
You are not lying.
No, seriously. That's what I was saying. She looks good because and that cat lady looks crazy. Oh my gosh, she looked like a lion for real. Stanbury looked good. I feel like she looks like she belongs with Sergio now. It's terrible. Oh, I wrote that word. What? Bro, I wrote exactly those words on my. I just went down. There it is. Sarah for co-signing into Taleen. I didn't even want to read it, but I just went over my notes and that's exactly what I put. Like literally, the co-signing is crazy.
It's 2024. Like I don't even know why we're lying about these things at this point.
We have people are changing their genders. Are you kidding me? What are y'all doing? Why are y'all not acting like even when Ozempic? Y'all stop.
Maybe they're minimalists, Kevin. I think they're minimalists.
Wait, that is correct about Taleen's husband. Yet their house,
or maybe this is no. I don't know. They don't give me that because I feel like some housewives.
Wait, are they in a penthouse? Aren't they up in? Aren't they in a high rise?
They might just like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a high rise probably got the air conditioning. Got the man downstairs. You can. I feel like they probably live good.
Some people really don't like a lot of stuff because it didn't give me like great example. If you guys watch Married to Medicine and you were paying attention this last season, you might know what I'm talking about. Toya a lot this past season was filming in like a bedroom that very much gave guest room. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember thinking that like a lot then because it's like I know this person, she likes a lot of stuff. Her house looks certain, like a house is giving minimalist versus they just ain't got no furniture in their house and something else is weird here based on like the style I feel like of it and stuff. And I feel like even though Taleen's house does look a little bare, I do still feel like it's purposefully bare, if that makes sense. Versus like, where's y'all stuff?
They got little kids. Let me tell you something. Them living in a high rise in a penthouse, just like when Housewives of Potomac Ashley lived in a penthouse and it was drab and dark and dungeony until she got into a house where she can have for her kids that made it better for her. But she wasn't complaining about that drabness before her and her husband broke up. She was cool with this penthouse living up in here, and it didn't look like no kids lived here. It's like, come on now. So I don't think I'm with you. I think that it's purposely done. It's not like they can't afford it. We clearly know that they can afford whatever they want to afford, like literally. So maybe in between some stuff.
I'm sorry. I was their house is that against space. No, I fully agree. It definitely does. It wasn't like, oh my God, like when we go in freaking like whose house is like, I want to live here. I mean, even Stanbury on this cast, I'm like, ooh, I could.
Ooh, her house is beautiful.
This nice in my sweet tea voice. Like I could see myself, making
my sweet tea voice.
I can see myself becoming, acquainted with this abode here and stuff like that. And her office, I really love Stanbury's office. I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was.
I'm like,
I can't remember where it was. I should have saved it, but I really liked her office. It was a lot of pink in there.
So I love that dang on bonsai tree. I don't
it was
a damn
bonsai tree. It was like facing the bonsai tree. I'm like, that's a great view. Like I would love
that bonsai tree, man. You call me karate kid.
Me looking at my neighbor's house and solar panels as
I'll be trimming it with the little bitty scissors, like
because it was
karate kid.
Because it was dark energy in there.
Ashley
even Ashley's new house. This nice.
Oh, you mean a beachfront?
I'll take that. I want that now. Like
no, her house is nice. I like her house. And I agree, Kevin. It was crammed because they are cramming 2 children in this penthouse.
It was a bachelor pad. Like it was
exactly. Oh, I love Kev. He know all the stuff. Look, Kev over here like, oh, you talking about this? Oh, I know about that.
But winding down to the last little bit of this, y'all. Stanbury says she believes Brooks works very hard. Oh, yeah, because they asked. Again, we're getting into Brooks' finances of it all. And the comments that were made about Brooks basically getting her wealth and getting her money and stuff and bills paid by, some suitors. So I didn't like how that was brought up and portrayed when it was portrayed the way it was, like when Taleen was on Watch What Happens.
The first time she said it.
Yeah, she was saying all types of crazy stuff. But the point that I really want to just make sure you guys focused on of this is how quick Lesa came to say some BS. And I say BS because that's what Sara said. Sara says she don't like BS. And Lesa,
I know what you about to say. Oh, that was juicy.
Lisa's quick to say like, oh, like why I wouldn't say that, or that's not cool for y'all to say that. And Sara was like, girl, like you were saying those types of things about her too. Like, what do you?
That she was sleeping with that she was sleeping with wealthy men to get things from wealthy men. And so yes, my sister's saying that Lesa goes to check Taleen and that side of the couch talk about, yeah, that wasn't even right. You shouldn't have never said that, when Sara had to be like, girl, but you said that too. You said that, Lesa, about Brooks. I was like,
let me see if I can find this.
That was so good. I love that part.
That's why I say, like, I liked when the moments, even though Sara only spoke up like twice. Maybe
she gonna talk more in the next one.
This is what I thought of when I saw
and what's going on, Nella Reeds?
This is what I thought of when I literally when Lesa came to freaking Brooks's defense. This is what I like. This is the meme I saw.
I'm scared.
Let
me take my nose down. So I can
this is literally what I thought of, y'all. Like Brooke, and rest in peace to this woman. This is like Kevin Hart is Brooks and Lesa is that woman, because like, are y'all serious right now? Like, is this real? It is given, like, Lesa was so quick to call Brooks, not Brooks, was so quick to call Ayan and Stanbury freaking desperate and stuff. But it's just like, girl, y'all were actually giving desperate in this reunion, because it's like, y'all know you don't really like each other. Y'all know that you guys are just joining forces because you guys need to strike up an alliance because you ain't got nobody else on your side right
now. You don't need to strike up an alliance. You don't. I need y'all to be real. Stop with the fake, phony, baloney crap. Lesa, you sitting here talking under your breath, underneath, talking to Lesa like, yeah, Ayan is really, what'd she say? Ayan is really, she's killing it. She's over the top. It's she's oozing, what did she say? It's oozing that she's not, that she's insecure. Her insecurities is oozing out of her. Hey, son. I was like, what? This is bull.
Two little like church ladies over there. Like they were like church ladies one moment, they were Kevin Hart in this meme in another moment, then they were just straight up delusional it was so weird. And as Kevin said, it was the Shrek comment for me. Never saw that coming. I was like, first of all, I want to see who this person is. Is that messy? That's kind of messy, right? I'm sorry, but I do want to kind of see what this person looks like, because who are you calling this? That's so messed up. We got the flashbacks. Brooke says that she never dealt with that man. She never touched him with a 10-foot pole. But
Shrek.
Like, is she not supposed to get things from her boyfriends? Is she not supposed to get gifts from them if they want to give gifts? If they want to pay a bill or two?
That's not her boyfriend, and that's you using these dudes. So stop. Don't stop lying. Stop lying to us. So Brooks, you said you had a boyfriend. When you had a boyfriend, yes, we're not talking about your boyfriend because you don't have one. So we're talking about Shrek, and we're talking about the dudes that you were bringing up. Because let's be clear, Brooks, we know you like a little clout. So you feel like when you was in talking to whomever you were talking to, ugly boy, with all the money, but you're still talking to ugly boy, you thought you was doing something until Lesa and Taleen both could see that this man was not attractive. So now they're thinking, what do you got to do with this unattractive man, honey? What do you got to do for him? Because I don't give a damn. Most men, I don't care. I don't believe nothing she's saying. I don't care. I never kissed him. Girl, shut up. He has not given you exotic bags once a week because you didn't kiss him. Are you dumb?
I'm not gonna lie. I've seen it play out both ways. I've seen.
Maybe once. Let's even go twice. But if you talk to that dude 3 months in a row, girl, you kissed that man.
I mean, I've seen people,
Then you let him go. It's one or the other. You not holding on to him because he's gonna want a kiss. He's gonna want something. Bless you. God bless you.
I mean,
literally, I'm not saying she's a HOE. I'm not saying that. I'm saying at some time, if you keep talking to Shrek gonna want something. So you either gonna have to let Shrek go or you want to do something for Shrek. Which one did you do? Did you let Shrek go or did you do something with Shrek? It's one or the other. And you already said you don't mind him paying your bills. You don't mind him paying for things, which means you don't mind until he asks you for something. Then you're gonna mind. And if that's the case, then you'll be out. And then you're moving on to the next one, which means Taleen and them are right. You mess with wealthy men to get things out of them until you can't get nothing out of them. Yeah. And that's not a you thing. That is a lady. A lot of women do that. That's not just a you thing, Brooke. I'm not putting that on just you, Bookie. I'm not.
I definitely think she's leaving out some details. She's like, she's
a liar.
Or
she's a whole liar.
Thing versus another. I definitely do think that. But I'm not gonna lie. Like I have seen people get get treated very nicely without giving anything. I have seen that, but
I have too. I have too. And I'm talking about with rich and famous people. I'm talking about with rich and famous people.
I've also seen the way that you're saying too, where it's like, no, you got that because
you gonna get me something.
I leave me alone. I definitely feel like yes, there is some more details there that we should get, but at the same time, do I say that to negate the fact that she's done, and amassed certain things on her own and stuff? Like, no, I definitely think she has, and I feel like that's the difference that she was trying to make, is like when Taleen said that and when everybody else is saying that, they're saying that to discredit her and basically tell her like, you've done nothing, you've amassed nothing on your own, you ain't nothing. That's what I'm saying. They were trying to paint that picture. So I think it's like two things at the same time. She could receive, a little, some donations here and there, and whether she donated things,
super chats and some
is I don't even care about that, whatever. But at the same time, I'm not going to say that she hasn't amassed certain things on her own. Like, those things aren't really exclusive, but whatever.
Kevin.
Oh, I mean,
I'm just saying, me knowing me and who I am and who I know and the things I've seen and the people I've met, I know some things.
We can. Oh my God.
I just know something.
I hope that I wanted to actually spend more time on this, I feel like, but we didn't really get to do that, and I was kind of annoyed by that. But
like the stuff we really want to get into, they don't stay on it.
Didn't really stay on it very long, and it's clear. Oh, also, I don't know if we said this before, but I'm pretty sure. Obviously, we probably all knew that the husbands weren't coming. They're definitely not there. Brooks. She's just very interesting. But let's hurry up and finish this up, y'all, so we can maybe look at her tweets. Maybe she says something else about it on there.
Hey, I love when you bring up a tweet up. I love it.
We'll see. Hopefully she did. She's heard of Andy asked Lesa if she's and then when Lesa said, when Andy was like, have you know anything about these rumors? Like, you heard that she be doing that? And Lisa's gonna say well, I've heard these rumors and stuff before, but like, I wasn't going to bring it to this platform
because I didn't want to embarrass her on this platform. Girl, in the words of Rodney, the voice.
I wish she wouldn't have said that. Yeah. Oh, she said she didn't want to embarrass her.
She said I didn't. She said I could have bring it up, but I wouldn't want to embarrass her on this platform. Okay, girl. Sure you don't.
I feel like she shouldn't. I would have liked it more if she'd left that part out, because that gives like delusion. I feel like if she would have just said, no, I wasn't going to bring that up because when it was brought up and I was looked at as if I was a prostitute, that I didn't appreciate how that made me feel. That's what she should have said. But she didn't. And that would have made those people over there look. Again, she's not playing at the game of I need to make sure my hands are clean at the end of this. Because right there, she was looking like her hands were dirty, because it's like, girl, now you know full and well that you don't believe what you just said.
You don't.
Could have just said it. She could have just said what I said, man. Anyway, then we get into like a bit of the Taleen and Brooks of it all, and this is where it ends. Andy asks how Taleen. Andy asked like Brooks how she helped Taleen prepare or whatever for the show, coming on the show and stuff, and Brooks tries to act like that didn't happen.
She tries to shut it down, and there's a difference. There's a difference. Brooks tries to shut things down when she don't want the full truth to come out. So she's trying to shut it down, like, oh no, that didn't happen. We just let's move on. No, bitch, we're not moving on.
Yeah,
right here.
Not really touch that too much, but Taleen on the other hand talking about, girl, what do you mean that wasn't really the case? You don't really watch TV, whatever, when you were the main one telling me to check out Beverly Hills when all this came about.
That was molded. I was like, wait, did she put you on blast on something you said you wasn't trying to do? Girl, stop lying. I need her to stop lying. I need you to stop lying.
I think they're both putting each other on blast, honestly.
I think they are. It's like a tit for tat.
Throughout this entire season, I think it's just been a show, and online, wherever, I think it's been, it's very tit for tat, very like this side did this, so I'm gonna do like that's what it was. Like
for sure.
me, I think y'all maybe both been borrowing each other's clothes, who knows, or whatever. I don't know, but and the voice of Keke Palmer girl.
I can't wait to hear that tea. I can't wait for that tea to come out.
About the clothes?
Yeah. Why would y'all bring that up? Why?
I don't know.
I don't understand it. Like I just want to see, and I want to see the receipts. I want to see how
can't you see y'all can see this. I know you can.
What?
Y'all see Brooks, because the way Taleen explained it, like Brooks walked up in the house and was like, we watched Beverly Hills. I could actually see Brooks doing that. I can see Brooks just walking up in the house talking about some watch Beverly Hills and just, because like I've been saying this entire freaking live, Brooks gets on her high horse of passion and she wants everybody to see it the way she sees it or comes at it the same that she comes at it. So of course she walked in there like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you did, which again,
you need to come forward, Lesa. You need to come forward, Stanbury. I'm gonna need you to come forward. Yeah, she told that girl that.
That's not even bad though.
That's not bad. But why are you denying it? Why are you denying it
out here, y'all? Because it's coming. Just wait. When I get big out here, like, what do I look like not putting my friends on? Like, if I can help it, like, I don't know why. I don't see anything wrong with that. So I want us to step away from doing that so much on these housewife shows. I feel like that happens so much where it's like, it's supposed to be so frowned upon that the ladies watched the show before, or it's so frowned upon that I'm on the show now and my friend wants to get on the show too. Like, what's so frowned upon?
Get me on. I'm good TV.
As long as you're not pulling a Gunica like Garcia, we're good.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't play with Gunica. We don't.
Like,
that's the wrong way to do it.
Other than like weird, sketchy situations like that, where you're like you're undermining people, or you're just like on some weird stalker type stuff. Like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with us being friends in real life, and you get on, and then I'm like, oh, well, you know, I wouldn't be mind being featured here.
Yeah. You better open your mouth, because if you don't open your mouth, I'm not going to think of you to want to be on TV. And because a lot of people don't like. Everybody's not the same. So you're gonna have friends that do like TV or want to be on there, and they're gonna be some that be like, "Girl, I would never be on reality TV." And so you go with the one that
friends. Unfortunately, sometimes we see the realest of the friendships dissolve. But for the most part, on the show, 9 times out of 10, they're up here with people who are not really their friends in the first place, which is why we're all having this conversation right now, because none of these days are friends. But we see them like, I would want my real friends to be up there too, like.
Me too. It's gonna make me it's gonna make me feel good. We about to key. We about to get this going up because we real friends. So we should bring something else better to the table. But wasn't Phaedra and Candy? Wasn't Candy and Phaedra real friend?
You know, that really sucks too, because I'll tell you about that offline.
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing crazy. I just didn't want.
But I'm just saying, you got to be careful. You got to be careful if you're going to bring your real friends on, because don't get on here and start high signing and acting like, well, I brought you on and you wouldn't be here without me. Well, okay, that's fine, but don't do that.
The perfect example of a friendship that did actually make it on, and we can say off now because one of them isn't on the show anymore. Yes.
Oh,
even though I don't care about either of these people, the one friendship I can't.
Robin and Giselle.
Yeah, friendship has
Robin ain't on the show no more.
Their friendship survived, y'all.
Good for them. I'm not mad at that. I don't want to see the a friendship. I don't. That's not my get down. That's not.
And honestly, can you imagine where either of them would be if they weren't friends?
Oh my god, no.
Robin would really, because Giselle be seeing how stupid her friend be looking. Like, Robin will really be.
Robin would still be in the bed.
Giselle would really.
It's COVID.
I don't know. So.
She would still be in the bed, acting like it's the panorama's going on.
Oh, Robin Dixon.
Miss Dixon.
Anyway, y'all. But honestly, I really didn't even take a lot of notes at this ending scene, because
that's so funny. Okay, so let me bring up some, because I did a little bit, but I did the same thing. I was like, my sis, I will take the notes, and then I'll be like,
She was
I know
in
my sister
Stanbury.
did more notes than I did, but I actually did more notes than you did.
Taleen says because it was just lies. Like,
man, the lies are lies are lies.
Taleen says she was hesitant to come on the show and she never begged to be bought on. I don't believe that. I don't really believe the way Taleen's trying to make it seem like she
was a lot of questions. I'm sorry. I mean, it was a lot of questions.
Like, I don't believe that Taleen was very like standoffish about the show. I think no, she wanted to be on the show. So I think that was a lie. I don't think it was a lie how Brooks said that, or how Taleen said that Rafi and Brooks have also had another exchange or whatever. I think that they definitely have had colorful conversations, or I think they're kind of too loud, like get some liquor in them. They probably very loud and very boisterous. I do. I believe that. So
I'll say the question was asked of Taleen about did Brooks like use her to get on the show, just flipped on her by choosing Stanbury over her so-called best friend. Taleen says she didn't know there were sides. Taleen response is that she really didn't film that much with Big Stanbury. So for her to even think that that was a thing, and I was thinking about that, I said, wait a minute, she wasn't all in Stanbury when it was going on, as far as Stanbury and Brooks and them being friends on the JJ, what I was saying, the JJ gate. That's when they talked about it. But after that, we didn't see Stanbury and Taleen link up, be the homies. It was more Ayan in Stanbury. If anybody, Taleen is a beggar. She lied. She's a beggar, Kevin. I don't care. I will beg you. First of all, I'm gonna beg the out of you. If you my friend and you got an insight. But here's the thing though, Kev, how do you feel about this? It was said that Stanbury had 3 friends in rotation where she was trying to put in to it. So I feel like Brooks was like, well, shoot, let me hurry up and put my people in because we don't need Stanbury to have no friends. We don't need her to have no friends. So let me put my people in. So I don't know. I just feel like Taleen wanting to be on the show is not a big deal. And for Brooks to say that she begged her is like, okay, I might have asked you. You could have told me no. But like to say I begged you to get on the show, like, girl, you on the show. I'm just gonna ask you, can you get me on the show? What do I need to do to get on the show? Oh, I need to send an email. I need to put a tape together. Then that's what I'm gonna do. Like, it's not a beg. It's like I want to be on the show too. They did ask about the sage. They asked about the sage, and was Stanbury more upset about the sage, or was she more upset about the uninvited friend, the uninvited guest? And Stanbury tells her, yeah, I was more mad about the uninvited guest because it's a chef. There's only so much food. I don't have a place setting for this person. So yeah, I was a little bit more mad about that. And I don't know. Do you guys think that Brooks did all that on purpose? I do. I think she brought the sage. I think she brought the unwanted friend. I think that was going to be good TV for her. Good TV for her. So yeah, we're going to go up in there. What's she going to tell me? No, cameras is on. She ain't going to tell me no. That's what I think.
No, I just at this point I was just completely like I don't know who to believe. I think everyone's lying.
So many lies going on.
I want to smoke drunk cigs with Taleen so bad. What are these people talking? I was trying to pull up.
Are you pulling up the tweet? Oh Lord, yes. Let's get into those.
There wasn't too much said though, honestly. Hold on, 20 hours.
But they did, before we go into those tweets, the last thing that was said was them asking Brooks, like, you had your business going on. You are a single parent. And do you think that you came in with guns blazing? Did you come into this, into this, not ill will, but, just kind of on 10? And she was like, yeah, I did. And I kind of was like, thank you, Brooks, for just saying that. Because at least if you're going to say anything, you do know that you came in there on 10. You didn't come in there like, we all gonna get along. Like, you came in there like, I got Taleen. I got what I think is gonna be my puppet, and I'm gonna come rock your world. And it blew up in her face. And it blew up in your face. Talking about she was like, yeah, I was definitely riled up coming into this episode, not episode, season 2. She was riled up. She had a lot going on, and I feel like we saw it. I feel like we saw Brooks be not herself or under a lot of stress and don't know how to take care of it and don't know what to do with it. So that's why we got the Rocky Brooks. So yeah, bring up that was the end of that. Y'all, I can't wait for part 2. And I hope it's a part 3. Now, I don't hope it's a part 2, 3. I just feel like they didn't show us what was coming up in the next one, which makes me think it might be 3 parts. Because why wouldn't y'all have shown us again, like y'all usually do, her and the Taleen showing that she didn't, oh yeah, you wore all my outfits last season or whatever the case may be. Why didn't see that? So that's what makes me think it might be more than 2 parts. Might. And plus we have a whole year that had went by before we even talked about what was going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, we might get 3 parts. We might. I'm not sure.
People were saying it was 2 on Twitter.
I hope we don't get 3 parts. I would like 2 parts.
At the same time, although I wish this gave us a little bit more, although I understand what you're saying, at the same time, I still don't think that after 10 minutes, they need like 2 parts in 10 minutes. They don't need 2, 3 whole parts.
No, I said I hope they do it in 2 parts. I do.
They did show a little bit of a clip.
The reunion was shown. No, I mean, I wrote it down, so I know they did show it, but they didn't show the same clips that we already seen. So that's why I was saying I don't know.
Brooks definitely brought it to build an alliance, and yeah, it backfired because Taleen wanted to be on the show so bad, but she realized that the bigger fish to be attached to on the show was Stanbury.
I don't know how she got that. I don't know. I don't look at it.
Well, not even on the show, just like
period on some regular. Yeah, because I'm like, not for the show over there. Because I don't feel like Stanbury is the standout of the show. She might have the most money. She's not the standout of the show.
Like she could, and I gotta find that interview to send to her. And I think she kind of, it gives more insight into like her personality, and it's just like the reason why she is these things and has like this certain social status is because like I think her nonchalant approach to it. I don't think she really has to boast about these things and stuff that she has and stuff because like it's like I have them, so why do I have to boast about it?
Stanbury?
Yeah, which actually is more likable in my opinion. The person you're usually more liked when you're not like the one who's
boasting, like bragging,
all my money and like which
what does Sergio do? I'm sorry. Do anybody know what Sergio does? Is he
now that he's not playing soccer? I don't know.
Okay, so he's a soccer player, but then so he did make.
I remember last year, like he was like, it was like a big deal. It was like that he was a big deal soccer player at one point, but
I didn't play soccer this year, huh? I haven't
seen him. They made it seem like back then he was, the way they presented it was that he was retired then or whatever. So I don't know.
He's only 30. What do you mean? What? Well, I don't know.
I mean, they only play like 5 years or 6. Like,
yeah, what I'm saying, soccer's not my thing. I wouldn't know. I ain't even gonna hold you. I know about basketball and I know about football, and I know how old you can be to play both of those in different positions. So I'm just saying, dang, he's not that old. So what is your next move if you only a soccer player, then what is your next move? And how are you making money? I definitely don't want you living off your wife. I need you to take care of your wife. Even though she got a lot of money, you still need to take care of your wife.
What does Sergio? What does
Sergio
Cara?
Oh, please, after you done with that, sis, please pull up Kevin's last comment. Yeah, I'm with you, Kev. Like, what?
Yeah, he played for Real Madrid after retiring from the sport, where Sergio shifted his.
When did he retire? What year?
You focus. You switch your focus to digital marketing. That's not a. And this is coming from somebody who has a marketing degree.
I know you do. I know you do.
But when people say stuff like that, sometimes it's just like you're not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. He living off his wife.
It was very. That's a very ambiguous answer.
Hey, son. Hey, Micah. Yeah, Kevin.
Stand out, hence why his number is now close to Ayan. Confirms why Lesa is pissed with Ayan. Yeah, I can see that.
Hello.
I think that was more so I don't think that was forged by Stanbury as much as it was forged by Ayan. I think Stanbury was kind of just doing what she was just showing up in, her, whatever. She was just, hey, I'm here, Caroline Stanbury. And I feel like it's fun.
But what drives Ayan is the fact that you probably really don't have a real reason that you don't like Stanbury, Lesa. And so that's what's pushing Ayan to figure out why I can't be friends with her. Hey, Micah. But yeah, I feel like Brooks has it out for Stanbury. Like, I don't know why. That's my thing. I think she has it out for Stanbury. She's like, look, if I can't beat you, I'm not going to join you. So yeah, I'm just going to dismantle what you think you got going on, whether it's with Taleen, whether it's with Ayan, and that's it, because I don't see her with anybody else. But Sarah's always cordial to everybody, so she doesn't have a problem with Sarah.
So now Sarah, I heard Sarah and Brooks are not that close anymore either.
No, I was talking about Sarah and Stanbury. Okay, I can see that. Because there's only so much a real person. Now I'm not saying
her all season, but Sarah's not the most real. Did you watch that? Did you watch that Saba interview?
I did not. I forgot to.
Because
what happened? What you got for us?
The way the picture that Saba painted of her, was very much like, well, they had stopped being friends because, or we're
talking about Saba and Sarah.
I wish we could watch it together. Yeah.
Saba, yeah, we can pull it up. I don't play because I know I have it. I just forgot that you sent it to me.
Saba, she basically said that Sarah didn't agree with her relationship or whatever, even though she didn't agree with Sarah's relationship, and you didn't see her stop being friends with you, Sarah. Anyway,
she sure didn't agree with that.
Saba's not married to the dude, but it just like she just wasn't like happy for him.
Saba is married now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. She's a friend of us still, so it's like a part of me is like we probably wouldn't have seen that anyway, but it was just like she was just so unexplored as a character, I feel like, on the show. But anyway, and basically Sarah's like known over there to be like a scammer, basically.
Sarah?
They called Sarah Al Fugazi or Sarah Al.
Yikes.
It was like some name like that. Like,
yikes.
How she's like regarded over there. So
Sarah Fugazi. Sarah Fugazi.
Yeah. And I'll link the
I didn't know Saba was married. I didn't even. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch that now that it's in my inbox, and I will watch it. But I forgot.
It was only like 20 minutes.
That's even better. I definitely will watch it.
But the way that Saba has, a lot going on for her career-wise, but she's like, again, the reason why she had to make that public statement, which she says wasn't a big deal, and she didn't think it was going to be a big deal. More so, it's like she publicly had to say that because they were speaking about being in business together in a public forum. So it's like she needed to publicly denounce that they were also for legal reasons. And I was like, I can understand that, I guess. But it's annoying that we're never gonna get the truth behind that part too, because again, they came in very much like, this is my sister from another mister, basically, and now you guys aren't friends. There's only two of you in this situation. One of y'all had to be lying. And it's like, Saba, does Sarah, I mean, it's like, Sarah, does Saba really have a reason to just start lying on you like that? Like, without there being some truth behind it? And we've already, me at least, I've already been looking at you a little this season, like, where's the fault here? Where's the fault here?
Yeah,
I believe the stuff that she was saying in that interview.
I can't wait to watch it now.
And Sarah, because Sarah even gives me a little bit of like, I was wondering, the
Kevin,
the viewers like, oh,
log off, Kevin, log off right now. Go ahead.
The viewer asked Stanbury what she does, but I'm like, I kind of wonder what Sarah does too, because
what does Sarah do? What is her job? What does she do? She must own a business.
She has those freaking ambiguous titles on her let me see, Sarah Almadani, Dr. Sara Almadani, spiritual gangster, healing, lightworker, investor,
spiritual gangster,
rebel,
spiritual
alchemist.
gangster. Is that what it say?
Yeah, I don't.
Lord have mercy.
And speaker, rebel, global citizen. It's just like a lot of just like
mumbo jumbo.
Exactly. You know how like everyone, like, there's like a hot topic this week to talk about Jennifer Williams. If you guys watch Basketball Wives,
absolutely. Not Jennifer, her husband, her
husband. And how, like, it's like, what do you do? And if you watch that interview that they did, it was very much like, that's how I feel about Sarah now. Like, I'm like, so what again?
I just got one question for Jennifer. Because you said, Carlos said, who makes more money, you or him? I always say he does. Okay, do you feel the same way now? I'm gonna leave it alone. But anyway,
Ayan has flipped because of how she now perceived by the other women on the cast. Example, Ayan acts differently whenever Lesa's around. Yeah, I see that.
I see that. I do see that. I see that Ayan acts different now.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying log off. Bye, Kevin.
That was log off. Yeah, remember, I want to say I brought that up because I heard that from. Didn't Lesa say that? Is that
against the Muslims thing too?
No, Lesa tweeted that earlier. Lesa tweeted that earlier this season when she was like, and I hear you're not that's exactly why Kevin's saying that, because earlier on in the season, Lesa came back at Sarah on Twitter, whatever, and was like, oh, and I hear you're not friends with Saba anymore. Could that be like a lover's quarrel? Is it lover's quarrel or something like that? And that's when I was like, are y'all friends or are y'all friends? Like, what? So then when it was presented in that interview that Sarah felt some type of way about like Saba's relationship or didn't approve of the person or whatever, it made me think too, like, and then the way that Saba, although I can't, whatever his name is, gave us every reason to make him weird. I still was kind of looking at Saba some of those times like, do you not like him because of these actual reasons, or is it
because you like her?
Because remember how Saba came in very much like
she was hot. She came in on hot, like, don't let this thing. Yeah. And
it was just like she was given the energy of like somebody who is just like, you didn't need to do all that. It's like, obviously, if somebody's coming into your friend's life, you're gonna make sure there's no red flags. Like, you're gonna, obviously that goes without saying, but it's like everything that Saba was saying was like extra for no reason. But could this be the reason?
What?
Yes, you saw. Yes, Lesa tweeted it. Lesa did tweet that. Yep. So that's something we'll never get to the bottom of, I guess. But that's all we really got for part one, y'all. It's crazy, but not really. It was only crazy to me because there was a lot of lies being thrown back and forth. But we're gonna have to see where things take us next week. We don't know if this is the final episode, part 2, or if we're getting part 3. No, I don't think we need a good part 3. Y'all let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Please.
I don't have anything else, I don't think, unless you have something else.
Nope. I mean, I'm probably sure that with the notes and stuff, but yeah, no, I think we're pretty good. I really hope that they can stop lying and get to the bottom and just like, I don't want to lie. I just don't need a lie in my life.
They're not gonna stop lying because everyone's trying to produce the show.
Why are y'all trying to produce a show? It makes no sense. And this is probably why you guys' viewership is so low. You guys can't produce a show. You either are you are on the show or you're the producer. You can't do them both. Or they would make you an executive producer. And none of y'all are that. Not one of y'all is that. Okay? So I'm hoping that they get some resolve. Well, I still don't feel no resolve. I feel no resolve at all.
It's not happening. And unfortunately, based on the, views and stuff, y'all, we don't know where we're going with this after next week. If next week is the last episode, we have no idea where we're going from there. Do they have nope, they only have episode 13 up here, which even the finale didn't get a lot of views. Even the finale didn't even get over 300 viewers.
Really?
200,000. That sucks.
That really does.
That sucks, y'all. But nonetheless, thank you, Kevin. We enjoyed you just as much.
Always. I appreciate you coming in because, we like to bounce off ideas. Me and my sis do not always agree. She always makes me think a little harder, a little smarter, because I am a Libra and I always see the good and bad of everybody, and I might see the good more than the bad. I want people to be good, so I'm gonna see the good more than anything. And my sister be like,
That has a lot to do with it. Your delay for season 2 is the reason for we've been saying that since day one. That has a lot to do with it.
They had us too far back. They had us too far
difference, like the fact that they're over there, we're over here, the difference of just the cultural difference. A lot of people are very much like, just scrap it, is what I'm seeing. And I feel bad because I just don't think they're given a fair chance, a fair shake. But
I don't either.
The network. Maybe it's just the D franchises, because look. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this: the Real Housewives of DC got canceled. The Real Housewives of Dallas got canceled. What is this that we're talking about? The Real Housewives of Dubai.
Oh, the D's. She said the D's.
Drops mic, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying till next week, y'all. So same time, same place. We're gonna get into part 2. I enjoyed.
Come on, Kev. Kev is an Aquarius. I'm sorry, he's an Aquarius. He's an air sign like me. So just like, okay, so that this gym right here is an air sign too. So we all air signs, me, you, and Barb. That's what we do. So we really want to believe the best in people, but y'all sign a little bit different than my sign. Y'all don't play with it. Y'all just don't. Mine is always striving for balance, so I'm always looking for the balance. The Gemini is not looking for balance in anything. It's either my
yeah, I'm just gonna see
it. Yeah, you're gonna see it one way or the other. There's no gray area, and I like that about you. That's why I like talking to you. And then when it comes to Kevin and being an Aquarius, same thing. Very strong-headed. They got an opinion. Usually their opinion is right. I ain't gonna lie. Your opinion is usually right. My Aquarius friends are usually right, and I never look at it the way they look at it. Same thing with a Gemini. I never look at it the other way because I always look. I'm like literally, I strive for balance. So I'm always looking for like, well, that's it, and then so I get into this, but y'all don't give a damn about that. Y'all don't care about no equality. There's no equality. It's like, look, nah, they playing in your face. They're not equal. They're doing this. Pay attention, and that's what I love with my sister.
And I love it. I'm so sarcastic, Kevin. Yes, I love it.
Y'all very sarcastic. You know what? I feel like I'm not sarcastic, but I have my times where I'll be like, I'll get you. Yeah. But it take a minute. It take me a minute. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It take me a minute to get on it. I'll be like, you didn't hear her just go up on you? I did. You're not gonna say that? No. I'm gonna let my scale do it. I'm gonna let you take my scale all the way down.
If you think you're about to say anything crazy to me,
no, not you.
Before the words even come up off your lips, I'm gonna be on that ass. So y'all, again, this is our show.
All I'm saying is these air signs ain't no joke, because nothing moves without this air. Let's be clear. That water ain't moving without no air, and that fire sign ain't moving without no air. It needs the air for the fire to move. The water needs the air to make water. So we are needed. We are needed. Let's be clear. I am either black or white. No, I know. And see, I'm the gray area. Y'all not. Neither one of the Gemini or this Aquarius. There's no gray area. I am a gray area. I'll be looking all in the gray area. You're not here?
Bye.
No, you're not here? Oh, man.
I'm so done, y'all. But yes, we enjoyed you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share us with your people. Yeah, and we'll be back again next week. Oh, see, yes, Kevin, love dark humor. That's a lot. That's to do with the military, and a lot of people don't understand my humor sometimes. So we see each other, but yes, y'all.
Hey, we'll be back next week, y'all. You know, Tuesday is gonna come on. Wednesday we'll be here. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our channels. Make sure you guys are liking the video playback game. You already know what y'all do. Y'all know what y'all do. Y'all know how we love y'all. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys drop us a comment and let us know if you agree with Barb, if you disagree with Barb, if you agree with California Cutie, if you disagree with California Cutie, if you agree with Kev, because we didn't brought a lot of his comments up. If you agree with just drop us a comment. Let us know what you think, or how you feel about some things. Even grade, or let us know how you felt about the first reunion. Let's put it out there. If you thought it was an 8 or 7, did you tell me, sis, what your number was? Mine was like 8. And yours was probably like 6.5, 7. That looked how she looking.
That'd be nice and give her 7.
Because she really want to give him a 6. She do. I know my sister. But that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7. Yeah. Y'all let us know what you guys rate the episode in the comments. And
yes, please.